Happy Monday, everyone. Welcome to round 13 of Silver. And we are here in North America, in Canada, just outside of Montreal, then for this beautiful racetrack around Gilles Villeneuve. I love this track. It's a brilliant track, isn't it? You can see that it looks quite simple, doesn't it? Straights, a bit of chicanes, a couple of corners left and right. Sounds like any other racetrack, doesn't it, really? But this track, you need to get into a groove, don't you, of course? And that is the trick. That is the magic, isn't it? To be quick around here as we're coming into qualifying. Let's quickly go through the drivers and the constructors standing, shall we? Well, at the moment, Glock has got a 160-point advantage over second place at the moment. That's an incredible advantage, isn't it, so far? Whatever happens today, Glock will not lose the lead of the championship, and whatever happens next week, or the week after, or the week after, or the week after, that is his, that's the mammoth task that anyone's got to try and overthrow him at the moment. Glock has been absolutely incredible, hasn't he? Now, Hunter is on 97 points, 91 points for Droffer, who is in third position, and Alhan is moved up a position. YBR, unfortunately, well, not unfortunately, of course, for what he's doing. It's absolutely fantastic, isn't it? YBR, a key worker and doing a fantastic job, isn't he? So, but unfortunately for us, we have lost YBR, haven't we, for the foreseeable future? But he's fifth at the moment. Then we got Forza in sixth position. Seventh position is a double zero. Then he's got two positions. King's Owen, Serious Musher dropped down one position apiece, and a FIFA Beefy, an incredible return. I gotta say, that was a fantastic return there from Beefy last week, wasn't it? My goodness me, the greatest comeback in sport in history, possibly. Absolutely fantastic drive, and he has moved up 5 positions and gone up into 10th position. Brilliant indeed. Paulie Orange has moved up 2 positions as well into 11th position, and LPE also scored his first points of his career. Well done to those guys. In the constructor standings, so we have Red Bull or 100 and 34 points in front of Haas and second. Red Bull got a very good, we've got a decent lineup tonight, haven't they? Of course, of Glock and Beerus, who's fitting as well. Remember, Beerus drove in at Singapore. My goodness me, one of the closest races we had in Singapore, isn't it? Between Glock and Beerus, and now they're teammates. That's going to be fantastic, isn't it? Toro Rosso in third position, 42 points behind Haas, and Racing Point have moved up to fourth position, whilst McLaren dropped down to fifth. Very nip and tuck between Racing Point, McLaren, and Mercedes. Then 3 points separates McLaren and Racing Point, and 5 points represents between Mercedes and McLaren. Renault are 19 points back as well. Williams in 8th position. Alfa Romeo in 9th, and Ferrari is in 10th position. Then good stuff indeed. Then, as you can see, then we've got quite a busy track out there as well. Of course, a lot of you ALR. For fans from like yesteryear, have been fans of the channel, of our progress throughout the 3 seasons we've had, may recognise a name in 20th position at the moment. That's Crazy Hitman. As oh gosh. Excuse me, I've got a software change on my TV come up. I gotta say, this TV is so high-tech. The only problem is that it keeps flashing up with all kinds of notifications. Last week it turned off, didn't it? Don't worry though, I have fixed that with some incredible engineering feat of switching the HDMI port. That's why I was employed here for my company. It's a Droffer coming into turn 1 and 2 then. In the, of course, he's third position in the championship mode. Droffer, he's had a fantastic start, a fantastic last couple of races, and he's really found his foot in, hasn't he, in ALR. Good stuff indeed. Anyway, go back to my original point. Crazy Hitman, of course, who has driven in the couple of gold races, hasn't he? I think he's had about 8-9 races in ALR gold in over his career. But of course, this is his first race in silver. We've also got Ghost, who is saying first. I'm wondering then if I think Ghost might have been first actually on the old charts before he came up, but he just said first for one reason or another. I'm not sure why. I might have missed something, which is more or less, well, which I'd say is quite accurate, really, isn't it? Of course, last night we had an absolute deluge in qualifying last night, didn't we? My goodness me, heavy rain in qualifying 3, and I'm not on about the game either. By the way, that's a quick promotion as well, of course. A decision-making game now if anyone wants to play it, and got to say, I played a couple of it, and then I realised that the kid was named after me, and then I got a bit scared about that, and stopped. Droffer goes fast at the moment. He's on a 9-3 at the moment. Good stuff there from the Toro Rosso, who is we coming across the line. We've got a Red Bull Glock going on a 0.92. He's saying he's not very quick around here. FIFA has gone into a 9.9 there. Good stuff from the Alfa Romeo driver, but we have also got Card. Look at them. This is such a short track, and it's only 2.7 miles long. They're going to be tripping over each other, I feel. Here comes Ray Razor in 4th position for the Ferrari. Good stuff indeed there for Razor. And we've also got a McLaren of V. Todd. It is the wrong McLaren. I should be looking at Hunter. Hunter is in 3rd position. I think this is the Hunter's one and only pole position in ALR Gold back in Season 1, wasn't it? Where he judged the conditions absolutely to perfection there. Can he do it again here today? Well, I got to say at the moment, as we're watching Cod Oliver, who... Cod Oliver was leading like over 50% of the race last night, wasn't he? Fantastic race from Cod Oliver. Unfortunately, though, he didn't really get... Oh, he's locked up the inside front there, hasn't he? And he went too deep into turn 1. Luckily, I think that's his fast lap over with, isn't it? We got the second Alfa Romeo coming out. Get yellow flag in 2, and that's a Haas who is... that's a Haas who's taking a trip. Oh, he's... Oh, goodness me! He's taken out the arrow, the polystyrene arrow there. And oh dear, then Alpine, and then just having a trip across the grass there. Christian... Was it Christian Albers, possibly? Might have been in 2007, perhaps. I think that might be after his time, Christian Albers, possibly. But yeah, I think it was one of the spikers that went over there and absolutely completely ruined his front wing, didn't they? As was on board Crazy Hitman, and of course made his debut here in silver tonight. Of course, as I said, he has been in gold, hasn't he, a few times there. A bit of understeer there for Crazy Hitman, but he is still on the way, isn't he? And he's coming down to hairpin island, so just keep an eye on the debutant Josh Shen as he... Sorry, Crazy Hitman, goodness me. Oh, Kingdom is retired from this session then, and we got... I don't know what's going on down there. If we got some kind of shenanigans going on, I'm not sure, but there's an Alfa Romeo going very close, very slow out of turn 5. Remember, Olivier Parnis had a big old shunt there, didn't he, back in 97, broke both his legs there, unfortunately, and really, that was Parnis was having an amazing season that season, wasn't it? Of course, 96 was where he won his one and only race there. McVicious going up into 9th position there. Goodness me, I feel so popular knowing all these guys, all you guys' real names there. My goodness me, I'm very privileged. Serious Mushroom on the hard tire as well. Double's out there as well. Flea is having another crack as well. Double coming down, Double Zero coming down to there, but now we've also got Forza accelerating away as well. But yeah, Parnis there, who had an incredible 97 season. He was absolutely fantastic. Of course, everyone remembers 96. Beres has gone fastest on a 091 there. Good stuff indeed there from Beres. Brilliant stuff there. As is Glock's monopoly on pole position. Is that coming to an end today? Well, I gotta say that it's getting very tasty, isn't it? Well, Paulie Orange has gone faster still. Oh, goodness gracious me. Here comes Forza. He's having the 7th position at the moment. And Double Zero is gone fastest. Not pole position yet, Sean. Calm yourself. We haven't even got through Q1 yet into the pits because LP, he's damaged the end plate there. Col Oliver is at 15th position at the moment there. He's improved actually by 2 seconds there. So Col Oliver is starting to find his feet as well as I just lean over and I cannot get too excited then because yeah, Young Lights is just saying then good luck to everyone today supporting the Red Bulls, and the Red Bulls doing a fantastic job, isn't it? It's great to see actually the gold guys really supporting their team. They're really keeping their colours nailed to the mask, isn't it? And for some reason I don't have to go up, so I have to go all the way round to Fran. Good stuff indeed then, because I want to see what Fran is up to while he's in sector 1 at the moment. The Renault driver is then accelerating away. Car 9, there's a Ferrari in the background of a race just coming out on track now. Yeah, so great to see actually. Great to see the Gold guys really cheering on their team. Of course, same with the Williams guys as well. And there's a bit of bromance, isn't it, between all the Williams drivers. Fantastic stuff indeed there. We got Droffer saying, "Evening, gents. Good evening. Good evening." We've also got Glock saying, "Hate this track on this game." Then, and I got to say, Glock may hate this track, but that's music to the ears of the competition, isn't it? Oh, but taking a bit of grass there, Franes. We've also got Kingstone. We've also got Droffer saying Kings has a qualifying ban there, so that's unfortunate there for Kingdom then. As yeah, so that's why he said don't get too excited, because Kingdom does have a quality ban, which is why he's out of the session now, and it's what I should have realised really, but as per usual, I haven't read my I haven't caught up on the parish notices, which is nothing unusual. There's coming out of turn 2 there. Look, there's a Mercedes there going off the grass by the looks as well. We've also got Emerson who had a bit of a difficult race yesterday, didn't he? But he is in good spirits by the sounds of it, with as he just commented, "Evening all." Very as what's hang on a minute, I've lost the use of my hands there. It's LPE who is for some reason I don't know why I was just yeah, for some reason I just couldn't get the I couldn't use my fingers for some reason. That's weird. LPE is was having, I think it was having a problem in sector 1 then. Remember, in this qualifying session, we've been halfway through this qualifying session, so and a lot of we might have some new viewers here today. A lot of the guys who know about Formula 1, know about the qualifying rules, are going to be groaning as I'm going to go through the qualifying qualifying format once again. There, of course, this qualifying format has been used since more or less in same kind of structure since 2006. 2006 was when the first ever knockout qualifying session began, wasn't it? Of course, Schumacher was very critical of that, wasn't he, back in 2006, saying it was too complicated for fans and things like that. But this is the best. This is the best version of qualifying, in my opinion. Is it? It's really exciting. It really gets the blood going, doesn't it? All the way through qualifying as LP. There's some debris coming out of the wall. Champions there, isn't it? So that's I didn't even see what car that was. What serious motion. Then it's coming out of turn 2. Then in the Williams, as you see, he rises over the crest. Then and there's a Ferrari there on the inside. That's Flea there, just getting himself out on track at the moment. Then, but yeah, the qualifying we got 8 minutes to go in this session. There, 18 minutes for the first qualifying session. In this 18-minute session, we have all 20 cars. Well, 19 now. It's King's Home. It's got a qualifying ban for being a naughty boy. So so we've got 19 cars in this session. We are aiming to lose 16th, 17th, 18th, 19th and 20th. And at the moment in the drop zone we have COD, we have Sirius, we have LP and we have Flea as well. Kingdom also floating down in there as well. Sirius Mission coming into the hairpin and move. That was very good. I thought he was going to overshoot that then. Glock is retired from the session. So Glock, unfortunately, is out of the session then. But no, he's not out of the session, may I say. He's just retired from this session. He thinks he is safe, and at this moment in time, well, he does have a gap of about 2.5 seconds. Fran's in the wall! Fran is in the wall! He has crashed his car, and Fran is the first one into the wall of champions. Oh, goodness gracious me! And that is not good at all, is it? Fran then is out of qualifying then. He is out of qualifying as LP has just got up into 13th position. A good time there for LP. Here comes Crazy Hitman. He's about to start as well. Serious Mushroom. It's in 70th position. One Cole Oliver is coming through the final turn as well. So is Flea as well. On board with on board with Flea at the moment. Then Farn is still in 15th position at the moment. Then, but now he is out of qualifying. Well, he was out of qualifying because of course there's no T cars in Formula 1 anymore. Is that? And Flea has gone to 30th position. Good stuff from Flea. The only man of the permanent driver that hasn't scored a point so far. Can Flea get that duck off his back at the moment? Then Crazy Hitman then is coming out. Is on track. But he's perilously close to the drop zone. Here comes Dave. Of course, Dave, another man who was quite involved with Gold for a number of seasons, wasn't he? He's had, I think he's got about 7-8 starts in ALR Gold, making. He's had a couple of, I think he's had a couple of races in Silver, hasn't he? So good to see Dave here tonight. Brilliant stuff indeed. Then Serious Mushroom now is going to be quite nervous. This is quite a short track around here, isn't it? Quite a short blast around the track near the St. Lawrence Cityway, of course. Then as Drofford's also retired as well from the session. And both McLarens are 6th and 7th. Then Todd and Hunter there. They unfortunately both McLarens. They have dropped behind the Racing Point crew in 4th position there. It's getting very nip and tuck in the constructors. I've got to say, I'm enjoying the constructors battles out there. Really getting really tasty indeed, isn't it? Back on board, Colin Oliver at the moment. He is not got DRS at the moment to the Mercedes, so he is coming straight back in the pits. And we had an incident last night with Twan there, as it looks like he was coming into the pits to retire, but unfortunately he took out a driver with him, didn't he? I think it was Mumford, wasn't it? But luckily Mumford has got. They make him hard in Brackley, don't they? Very sturdy, the Mercedes car last night, and Mumford carry on them. But I got to say that it did look a bit reckless there from Twan. But luckily that it didn't hurt Mumford too badly at that period of time. Here comes LP. He's done 4 laps on the soft tyres. We've got Crazy Hitman. Lovely shot here from Crazy Hitman. He's 88 hundredths of a second and down on his current best of the moment as he is coming into the second sector now. He's 7/10 of a second down. I think Crazy Hitman car 97 and out of the hairpin, and he is away then. Of course, with that Kimi Räikkönen spun there, didn't he? Get on the power. It shows how difficult these hybrid cars are to control, didn't they? Kimi Räikkönen, the 2007 champion. Remember, he was having. Remember, this man had some amazing pace. I'd say his best years was probably 2003 and 5. Actually, in the McLaren, really, he was fantastic in those 2 years. Really good stuff indeed there from Kimi. 2/10 second up forwards. It was in that final section. And his forwards just jumping around, jump up and get down. And 00 there also retiring from the session there, but they're all through. The top 5 are all through. Forza is invalidated this time, and he's going to have to go around again. He's done 4 laps out. The track evolution around here is quite steep, isn't it? It's a semi-permanent track, isn't it? So when it gets rubber, and when the Pirelli rubber gets laid down on this track, the track is just going to get quicker and quicker. So Pirelli rubber likes Pirelli rubber, doesn't it? So of course it sticks more to Pirelli rubber, doesn't it? If that makes sense. And that's why the track just gets better. That's what we're all about, track evolution. At the moment, the track is described as green, even though it looks like a dark greyish there, doesn't it? But we do mean green, as it's in a very slippery track, then, isn't it? Of course, it has harsh winters, doesn't it? Over in Montreal, I think that someone shared a poster. Sorry, goodness me. Shared a picture of the start finish line, didn't they? And it was all covered in snow about a couple of weeks ago. So yeah, it does have harsh winters here in Montreal, doesn't it? Of course, being in Canada and all that kind of stuff. Beerus then, of course, coming up to the start finish line as well. Then 14 turns around this circuit. It's a very short circuit as well. Beerus then, oh look at that, he nailed that perfectly. Yellow flag it too. It's a McLaren. It's a McLaren now. I think it's Vitod. Beerus has gone fastest. He's done an 8.898. Good stuff there from Beerus then. Oh, I am really happy. This could be the day that Gluck might get beaten in qualifying. Goodness me, Cod Oliver has had a problem there. 9100 a second. Serious Mushroom is off his personal best, but he's a 100th of a second up at the moment. V-top there, not really positioned his car very good there. Of course, he was up against the bar as much as could. Perhaps he should have gone the inside there, maybe. Yes, he's coming down the back straight now. Serious Mushroom is in a bit of serious trouble actually at the moment. The time he needs to find another 5 tenths a second, which Crazy Hitman has got that at the moment. He is currently in 15th position then, so here comes Serious Mushroom coming up to the line. Wow, that's a great time from Serious Mushroom. 8 tenths of a second in the final sector. Whoa, he almost overshot that. Turn 1 and 2 there. My goodness me, that was a fantastic final sector there from Serious Mushroom. Well, Crazy Hitman is now on the back burner, isn't he? He is now going to have to reply to that, going to respond. I wonder if he's going to come out, because he's all going to get sucked into this battle for the drop zone as well. This is going to get very tasty indeed. We've already lost 2 drivers. Kingdom qualifying battle with Ross Fran going into the Wall of Champions, the first victim of the Wall of Champions here tonight. He won't be the last either there. It's a very difficult corner to get right. We're on board with McVicious here in the second sector. Lovely shot here just for the front ring, and oh, that's a corner cut there from McVicious. Razor has retired from the session. He feels he's happy. Well, he might. I hope he's happy. Of course he's happy, David. But I think he's sorry, Razor is happy. For some reason, I was just watching Dave. Yeah, Flea is no, not Flea. Razor's happy, and he is feeling safe at 12th position at the moment. Now we're just watching Cod Oliver then, as he is going for. Oh, he's invalidated this time again, Cod Oliver. Dave is in a lot of trouble at the moment there, as he is just trying to do some harvesting down the back straight. Serious Mushroom, is he coming in the pits? He is coming in the pits. What about Ghost? Ghost is on track as well. We've got a lot of movement, haven't we? Alhan has just moved up into 6th position. I'm sure he has, or am I just making that up? Oh, lovely gold helmet there from Alhan. Lovely stuff indeed there from the Harsh Story. Beautiful. He come down the back straight, and of course 3 DRS zones around here, everyone. So there is go. So DRS is quite a big part of this race course, isn't it? So of course on the back straight, of course into turn 7 and 8, and also in the back. Oh, well, I'm just saying there's 2 back straights. Oh, McVicious is getting, and that might be it for McVicious. He's got 38 seconds or so to get through, and we got a yellow flag in the background. It's Crazy Hitman has had a problem. I think he's damaged the car, and unfortunately Crazy Hitman is out. Ghost is also out as well. David's invalid this time. He has got 24 seconds to get around there. Here comes Cod Oliver. Now it's all on there for Cod Oliver. We're on board with Cod Oliver now. Can he get through? His target time is a 10.66 at the moment. He needs to find 9 tenths of a second. He's 4 tenths of a second up in the first sector alone. Fantastic stuff from Cod Oliver. He's on the back straight, and DRS enabled straight on the money there from Cod Oliver. Coming down then into the second chicane there as well. Oh, the back end, one step down there. Wow, that is perfect, inch perfect there from Cod Oliver. He's coming down to there for now. Second sector, he's 5 tenths of a second up in the second sector. That is in the ballpark. That is in the ballpark. I think Dave might have finished. I might be out of sync, which is nothing unusual. No, he is still able. He can still do a lap. Davis. Serious Mushroom is in serious bother here, isn't he? And he might be facing elimination. Cod Oliver doesn't invalidate the time. That is, oh, he's had a snap of oversteer there. The Mercedes George came across the line. Look up at the top. Has he done it? Not quite. He is just 3 tenths of a second away from Cod Oliver from again through in the Q2, but a fantastic effort from Cod Oliver. Brilliant stuff indeed there. And McVicious is invalidated his time, and he is going to start 19th on the grid then here in Canada. Wow. So yeah, that was a quite intense first part of qualifying, wasn't it? I'm already glistening on the forehead. On the forehead? Oh gosh, yeah, my head does swear quite a bit. On the forehead. So of course that was an intense 18 minutes or so of qualifying one. Then Kingzone, McVicious, Fran, Crazy Hitman, and Cod Oliver all been exterminated from qualifying one. Then Cod Oliver had a great. Really improved quite impressively, didn't he? There, fantastic stuff. Glock has just said Alp is lagging very badly. As we haven't got, where's Alp at the moment? Well, currently he's in the pits, and hopefully ain't lagging in there. And we'll have a look to see what Alp is doing in when he comes out in qualifying 2, which he will be out in just a few moments. And Culver then is coming into the pits then, and I think he'll be fairly happy with that. Good stuff indeed there from Culver. Really big improvement there. He was improving by the bucket loads in terms of timing. Lovely shot here from McVicious's nose cone here of the racing point. I'm loving that. That's a beautiful shot, isn't it? Of course, we do get some very moody old camera shots around it, don't we? As Dave is unfortunately out of qualifying, but we're enjoying the car, just having a victory lap, isn't he? As he is just coming up to the back finish straight. Joffin said LP has suffered a lot since McDonald's closed, and he can't steal the Wi-Fi. Well, I live literally 5 minutes away from McDonald's, so they have actually kept the Wi-Fi switched on there. So yeah, I'm quite lucky, to be honest. That's why my connection's a bit dodgy every now and again. Though you have to quickly go in the back door and just switch it on and off. Anyway, that really tickled me, that did. Anyway, let's just take a look. Final cut. This is just confirmation of who has been knocked out of qualifying one. We've lost Kingzone, McVicious. That is row 10. Row 9 is Fran and Crazy Hitman. Great to see Crazy Hitman back. And Cod is in 16th position. A great qualifying performance there from Cod. Hats off to him. Brilliant stuff indeed. Unfortunately, we ain't going to see those 5 men in the rest of qualifying, but we will see them in the race, which is coming up in just about half an hour or so's time then. So of course, and that's the beauty about league racing. Of course, we have qualifying on the race there in the on the same program on the same night, and which is absolutely good stuff, isn't it? Of course, a lot of people would just tune into the race, don't it? I gotta say, I quite enjoy the exhilaration, the excitement that qualifying is, isn't it? Really builds up the tension, the drama is absolutely incredible, isn't it? As I'm just trying to get rid of all this junk on my phone. There we go. I've got back. I thought I lost YouTube then, which would have been absolutely which has been a nightmare for me, because that's what I've been living on for the past couple of weeks, is YouTube. And all that kind of jazz said. Anyway, then we're in qualifying 2. Then enough about my boring life. Let's get on with this incredible qualifying session. Qualifying 2 now, and once again we're aiming to lose another 5 drivers. But this time, the 5 drivers that are going to be biting the bullet is 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th, and 15th. But there's a catch in this qualifying session, and as you can see, that we got a lot of tire differences on the left-hand side tire. Of course, the white stripe tires is the hard compound tires, the yellow stripe tires are the medium compound tires, and the soft tires are the red stripe tires. And of course, the soft tires are the fastest tires. They got the most grip, but of course they do lose their grip quite quickly, don't they? What's the hard tires? I've got the least grip, but the most durablest tire. They last the longest then, and that's what Beerus is at the moment then. So he's got the least fastest tire on out of the 3 compounds, but he is trying to get through the qualifying 3. As is qualifying 3 on the hard tires, as is Poorly Orange as well. A lovely shot here of the grandstand here. We also got Flea there making his dramatic appearance in qualifying as well. Razor on the back straight, and I think Razor is the first man then to go on a lap around Canada. Let's go on board with Razor, shall we? And here he goes. Let's see if he nails the final turn. Oh my goodness me! I thought he's understeered into the barrier then. Here we go then. Let's go on board then with car 84. It's Razor then in the Ferrari, and he comes down into turn 1 as well then. Drop down to 4th gear, down to 2nd gear then for a much slower part of the first part of the lap, then accelerates away, then building up to 150 miles an hour then on this short straight, and once again break down then. It's an aero generated corner. That is, of course, we had a big old smash there in 2017, didn't we? Razor then coming through that corner where we've had a couple of awful incidents, of course, Stroll and Strolling, Hart had a big smash there as well in 2018. Luckily, unluckily for Stroll, really, wasn't it? Because that was his home Grand Prix. Anyway, DRS enabled there for Razor, then coming into the second part of chicane now as well. Go drifting side wide then before he comes into the hairpin. Then the slowest part of the track, I believe. Then look at that, breaking down into second gear, 40 miles an hour. He's in first and accelerates away. Then the brakes take an absolute hammering on this track, absolute pounding, don't they? We got some brake failures in the past, haven't we? Well, we've had a lot of brake failures in the past. So 95 was an extraordinary Grand Prix, wasn't it? Where Jean Alesi in the Ferrari, there, of course, racing the famous. Oh, Razor is invalidated. Well, he did invalidate the first part, but he invalidated the second part in the Ferrari. And talking to Ferrari, there, of course, Jean Alesi won his only Grand Prix victory. Hunter is in the pits, and he was just teasing us on the soft compound tyres. So is Todd, but Todd is continuing, and you can take a lot of curb in that final corner, can you? There, Todd taking an abundance of curb. Todd there coming across the line, and he is fastest so far. Then we've got an Alfa Romeo behind him who's just starting to stop. So we got a Paulie Orange has gone the hard tyres. These 5 tyres staying in front of Todd, who's on the soft tyres, but I think Todd has got a lot more time to find there. Here comes Beerus, and he is in second position. He's 3 tenths second off Paulie Orange's time then. Good stuff indeed. Then we've got Ghost coming through the final turn as well. We've got a Redo of Forza there taking a lot of curb. These guys have now Forza there almost going into the wall of champions. His teammate ended up there in qualifying 1, but he goes third fastest. He's on the medium compound tyre. We got a second Williams there who's out on track, and that is Serious Mushroom there. Well, he's invalidated his time, so we'll come back to Mushroom a bit later on. What about Flea? He is coming into the final turn as well and not taking as much curb as his rivals. He comes up to the line then, and Flea are drifting over there, almost taking the racing line then perhaps there. Yellow flag in 2 as it's a Mercedes there who's just lifting off the gas, so to speak then, as we got also I think that's the first round, and we've only got 5 cars actually. There you go, 5 going just in front of us here. Only 5 cars have posted times, and look at them. All three compounds of tyres have been used in this first part of qualifying. My goodness me, then. That's a variety of strategy, isn't it? We do love a variety of spice, don't we? And we certainly got a lot of spices in this qualifying session at the moment. Brilliant stuff indeed then. Soft tyres for VTOP, medium tyres for Forza and Flea, hard tyres for Paulie Orange and Beerus. As Mercedes there is just cruising back to the pits. Well, Droffer's on track at the moment. We got Ghost is invalidated this time as well. We've also got Serious Mushroom and both wins there invalidating their times, unfortunately. And I'm not going too hard at all. LPE is also on track as well. So back on board Ghost, and Ghost is now going to start his lap again now. This is his second lap on the medium tyres. Remember, the catch about qualifying 2 is if you get into qualifying 3, you must start on tyres, those exact tyres which you set your fastest time on in qualifying 2, of course. And that can pay dividends in the race itself, can it? You don't want to put on any more laps or any more stress through your tyres than you have to. Ghost Recon, a very good first set there, and 19, good stuff indeed there. Navigating through the first chicane and back straight as well. DRS right on the money there for the Rocket Williams there. He is coming down he's coming down now into the second chicane as well, breaking down into 4th gear there, feathering the throttle there about 90 miles an hour before getting on the loud pedal and coming into the hairpin itself. And where is he? He's done a 41.9 now in the second set. Look at those brake discs glowing almost to 1,000 degrees centigrade then. I gotta say that was quite hot, that is. I'm sure you could put your sausages on there and have a good old barbecue. Here he comes then on the back straight as well. The back straight used to be much more kinkier than it is now. It used to be left right didn't it? Now it's just more of a straight there, of course. Then Ghost Recon is invalidated his time, unfortunately, and he is I wonder if he's gonna have to go in the pit lane, because that's 2 laps now on those medium tyres. That's not good at all, is it? Droffer is now on a lap as well. Is the other Williams out on track? No. Yes, he is actually. So Serious Mushroom's on track then, and can he navigate this forest chicane? It's really causing problems at the moment there. As you can see, then there's LPE. He's gone fastest. Good stuff there from the Haas driver then. Of course, he's on a wave of it. Oh goodness me! Serious Mushroom there, very close to the pit wall there. Blimey. We'll talk about your close shaves. My goodness me. Of course, talking of close shaves, of course, Emerson's decided to shave off his hair, hasn't he? And he's gone to the army. But of course, Galok has done an L8-9 now. Good stuff indeed there. Of course, Emerson, the gold driver, who's taking up the. He's just shaved his hair, really, hasn't it? Of course, with hairdressers all being closed around the country, he's decided to chop his mullet off, hasn't he? Anyway, it's Droffer. I've gone the opposite way, to be honest. I'm just going to let my hair grow. as I'm going to look like that girl out of Brave. Droffer is up in the third position at the moment. Good stuff indeed there for the man who's third in the championship. I got to say, Droffer's race pace is fantastic, isn't it? I think qualifying, I think it's a lot of the top drivers. We do say this a lot, don't we? Where the drivers that are near the top of the standings, for example, are likes of Emerson and Granty, possibly not the best of qualifiers, but my goodness me, they're really good races, aren't they? And we do say that quite a lot about I've said that about Droffer as well, but if I haven't said that, Droffer and Hunter, and look at the front three positions there. That is also the leaderboard in the championship mode. Glock first, second is Hunter, and third is Droffer. And I've got to pay to us, I need to pay more attention, don't I, really? Because Glock has just done an 8.978 on the medium compound tires. And so he says he's not very good around this track. Well, my goodness me, I would love to have a 08 on soft tires. So, and he's just on the medium. Fantastic stuff. Here comes FIFA Beefy. As I said, the greatest sporting comeback of all time, potentially. A fantastic drive in Brazil last time out. Really, of course, catapulted him back up the standings there. He drove for Ferrari originally, didn't he? And I think Brazil was an absolutely fantastic showing there from FIFA Beefy. He's coming up to the line. And he goes 6 fast moment for the Alfa Romeo drive. Brilliant stuff indeed there from FIFA Beefy. Well, Ghost is carrying on then, and he is coming through the final turn as well. Then he is now, can he get some time? Can he get a time on the board? He's in the 11th there, and he goes into 9th fast moment. He went from 11 there to 10 then, so good stuff there from Ghost there. Turn back time, isn't it? My goodness me, sure be happy with that. Here comes Alhan then. He's coming out the final turn, and he is going to get himself going now. We're on board with Alhan. As Alhan, I've got to say, over the past couple of races has well, I would say he maybe, I wouldn't, well, I'd say that I'm not sure if he struggled or if he just had a lack of, maybe just a bit of lack of luck lately then, but yeah, he is, of course, since he coming in, there's, oh, Flea is gone! Flea has had a problem at the final corner, and that is not good at all there for Flea, and we're on board with his teammate, but Flea is in 12th position there. He is out of qualifying, and oh dear, he's hit the World Champions. That's the second man in the World of Champions here tonight, and goodness gracious me then, that is not good at all there for Flea, so he will start as high as he will be 12th position today, which is unfortunate there, but I think Alhan went 00 there. 00 is on track at the moment, and he's on an outlap at the moment. Alhan is also on a quick lap at the moment. We're on board the Haas drive, accelerating on the hairpin now then, coming down the back straight. Serious Mushroom's retired from the session as well. Serious Mushroom has retired from the session. I think he's retired in the track, so he is also the second man out qualifying as well. The highest he will start is 13th today, as oh goodness gracious me, Glock has just pointed out something very important, and I think he'll be pointing to the sky as well, because we've got some moisture coming our way, and so that means we've got some rain in the air, haven't we? And that is in 15 minutes time. And of course, around this stage of the qualifying yesterday, we had a light rain, we had a light drizzle, didn't we? But it was getting heavier and heavier, and then in qualifying 3 it was heavy rain, and then it absolutely monsooned down, didn't it? And we're going to get yesterday. Well, we're on board with 00 as he comes through the final turn then, and he is on his way as well then, as he's going to start us out, and Flea is out qualifying. Serious Mushroom's out qualifying as well. Forza and Ghost are hanging on by their fingernails at the moment now, as Hunter's retired from the session. He's in first position. Beerus has gone second fastest then in the Red Bull. Good stuff indeed there from Beerus, and he is just coming into the hairpin now then, and he is just cruising at the moment. And double then, we're on board double then, as he is of course 00 that is, and he has as is Glock saying that it may just miss Q3 then. It's going to be very nip and tuck though, isn't it? So it might be towards the end of qualifying then, so hopefully I would rather it miss Q3 then, because we don't want an anticlimactic end to qualifying, do we? As double is coming down into the hairpin now then, you can see breaking down into first gear there, isn't it? Look at that, tickling the 40-mile-an-hour mark, accelerated away then out of the hairpin as well. This is a racing points home race, isn't it? Of course, owned by Lawrence Stroll, as Darren said, well, that sucked for me then, as he's a bit disappointed with how his qualifying has happened. Here comes double there. Oh, he's involved this time in the racing points as we get deja vu again then, as of course that's not very good in the Matrix world, is it? But in our world, I'm not sure if it's good in our world either, but 00 is invalidated time. He's also going to invalidate this time as well, because of course he's got 3 minutes to go. Remember, if you invalidate the final quarter, you also You also invalidate the net lap, the next lap as well, because of course you do get a slight increase of speed, don't you? So that's not good at all there for 00, and it is going to have to, if he gets through qualify, he's going to have an extra 2 laps on these medium compound tires. That chicane is causing some right old ruckus at the moment from these silver guys, isn't it? So 00's going to have to go again. We've got out of the pits comes Ghost Recon at the moment. He is on the soft compound tires, and he is going to cause some rifts in the top 10. Hunter has retired from the session then, as he feels safe. Then we'll find out if that is good or bad. Glock is currently 4 tenths of a second in front of his teammate Barris at the moment. Now, gotta say, them two caused an absolute delightful race in Singapore, didn't they? My goodness me. Double's in the pit set. So Double's in the pit set. So I wonder if he's going to go onto the soft compound tires and just make sure to cover his base. Or is he going to have another go on the medium tires as well? FIFA is coming down into the hairpin now. He is 98 hundredths of a second up at the moment. Where will that place him? That will be in 10th position. That will be in 9th position. That's how close it is between Razor, between Ghost and Poorly Orange. My goodness me, Poorly Orange is in the pits. We've got 2 minutes to go then, 120 seconds then. As we're coming down into the chicane now, as you can see, very close then to the Wall of Champions. FIFA Beefy goes into 3rd fastest then. Good stuff indeed then. Now let's see what Ghost is doing then. He has gone 4 tenths of a second up then in this second sector then. That will place him in 7th position where the 2 Haas's are. And I'm wondering if Hunter might be getting a bit sweaty there in the pit lane at the moment there. It is quite hot in the air. It's also quite hot on track as well, as the Ghost Recon coming through the final turn as well. And you can see he's drifting. He's using the racing line now, which a lot of drivers do hug the inside line to get a shorter distance to the pit entry. As there's a Mercedes out there. They've got a 00. I think it's coming out of the pits now. Oh my goodness me, he is going to have a mammoth of an outlap. That is going to be very, very nip and tuck, isn't it? So Ray's on there, it's on that outlap. We've also got Poorly Orange out there as well. Forza and 00 then. Who is going to be taking the walk of shame then? Who is going to be the weakest link in this qualifying 2 session? Of course, and that is also a throwback to I think it was a old game show, wasn't it? If anyone ever remembers that. Droffer's retired from the session as well. Droffer is retired from the session. Oh, goodness me. Of course, Droffer is in 7th position at the moment. That is perilously close as well. If he drops down 3 positions, he might struggle with that. 00, Forza, Poorly Orange and Razor are all going for it now then. And they potentially, as Poorly Orange is out on the hard tyres here. Poorly Orange there is determined to have another go on the hard compound tires, isn't he? He needs to find a fraction of a second. Forza is gone very wide in turn 1 there in the Renault there. That is going to compromise him. So I'm not expecting a tremendous first sector here. Who is a Poorly Orange there, just coming to the line now as well. As you can see then, the time is ticking down then. Here comes Forza in the first sector as well. He's 3 tenths of a second up then. So Forza there is still having a very good time here. As it stands at the moment, he is not getting through. Ghost is out of the sector as well, but he is through. If that makes sense, then Forza is coming into the second sector as well. Then, and look at that! Then the back end is stepping out. Then is he coming down into the hairpin? Then and you can see then he's on. He's purple. He's 7 tenths of a second up. That's a mighty impressive second sector. That is going to place him in between the Haas's, isn't it? Alhan could be knocked out, qualified again. LPE, of course, is riding a wave of momentum in the second Haas at the moment. Forza's coming to the line, and that's Razor in the background as well. Razor, who is also on the as well. I think Ross Razor do it. Razor is also very impressive as well. And Forza coming through the final turn and very close to the pit of World Champions. Razor is not doing at all while he's in the pits, and Forza is in 9th position there. Splits the 2 Haas's. Poorly Orange is out there. So is 00 as well. The time is elapsed and the checker flag has fallen. Who is going to be in? Who is going to be out then? This is the last corner. Yellow flag. Oh, Poorly Orange is in the wall. He's in the wall then, but he's carried on. Look at the time. He is through. No, he ain't. But Poorly Orange is out of qualifying, and 00 is through, and he is fastest as well then. I think Poorly Orange did not make the cut here. Oh, goodness gracious me then. And yes, Poorly Orange, and that's a huge surprise then. Let's take a final look at qualifying 2, and who has bitten the dust then for a serious measure amount of qualifying. Flea, Razor, Poorly Orange and Alhan are all missed out on qualifying 3 then. And we got soft tyres there for Forza, LPE, Ghost, and FIFA. And I think Ghost has said that he is risking a 2-stop strategy, and that potentially might be a very good risk, because safety cars around here in the actual world of Formula 1, I think it's a very high percentage. It's something like 60%. It's over 50%, isn't it? I'm not really good on my percentages there, but I'm sure it's a very high percentage, isn't it? And especially in the amount of Grand Prix we've had here over the years. We've had about well, of course we've been racing here since 1981, I think, something like that, yeah. Anyway, then we're now into qualifying 3. Then, of course, we had rain in qualifying 3. Sorry about that. I had to scratch my ear. We had rain at this time yesterday, didn't we? And it kind of really made up the grid there, didn't it? But my goodness me, it made for a fantastic race there. But tonight, it is about speed, isn't it? Who is going to be the first one out there? Who is keen to get on the track? And I think it is Glock. It is Glock. No, he ain't, because I think there's also, was that a racing point? No, it's a McLaren there coming out in front of us here. So at the moment, then I've got to say, then they are not. These guys are not very gentlemanly when it comes to the pit side. They all want to be out on track first, and it will be Hunter who will be the first man on track then, as he's just coming to the end of the pit lane now then. And no, then it's V Todd. I apologise. It's V Todd then who's out on track first then. So, well, they both got orange cars, haven't they? So I was quite close, wasn't I? Anyway, V Todd then out on track then. So Cam V Todd then, he's had a bit of a difficult last couple of races, hasn't he? He hasn't scored since Bahrain. Can he get himself back in the points then? He's had DNF in Germany, and he also had DNF in Brazil last time. He didn't score in Mexico, did he? But can V Todd then get back in the points then? And you can see then it's getting very dull. Glock was predicting with kind of more of saying that it possibly the rain might pass after qualifying, but it is getting very dull over at that. The sun is now hiding behind the clouds, and the track is getting cooler then. So is this going to help the tyres? It might stop the tyres from overheating as such then, but they might have to put more effort into the warm-up. Here comes V Todd then through the final chicane. And away he goes then. And V Todd then is following the racing line. Of course, you don't want to hug the outside. Oh, he jumped! He did a little buddy hop there. Fantastic stuff then from V Todd then. I gotta say, BMX at his utmost best, and even motocross as well. Brilliant stuff from V Todd. But yeah, of course, then when you go over the pit wall, when you go over the start-finish straight, you don't want to. Of course, you don't want to be hugging the inside there, do you? You want to just keep following the racing line, don't you? Because that is the. It may not be the shortest. Oh, lovely shot again there. I've got a bit of a deja vu there, a bit of rewind. But of course, yeah, the racing line may not be the shortest distance, but of course, it's about carrying the most speed, isn't it? As we got a yellow flag on the start-finish straight at the moment, isn't it? As it's LPE. LPE is well, he's I'm not sure if he's in limpo mode or what then, but that's very early on, because he's it looks like he's only just started his lap there, so that's 2 laps compromised for LP, isn't it? Not just one. Here comes V Todd then coming up to the line as well. Then here for the final turn, and very close to the pit wall. Goodness me, then almost brushing off the Pirelli paint. He is fastest so far. Here comes Glock. Glock coming up to the line. He is on pole position. He hasn't been beaten in qualifying yet. What about Forza? Forza's up to the line, so I look up to the right hand side. He is third fastest at the moment. We have also got Droffer. Droffer is invalidated his time, and he's going to have to go around again. Droffer, that might compromise him. Here it comes Ghost. Oh, it's Ghost there. I thought he was ghosting into the wall then. He comes up to the line. He's also invalidated his time as well, so we're going to leave him to it then. We got Beerus, who's on pole position then by 3/10 of a second. Hunter's out there on track as well. LP is invalidated, has compromised himself, hasn't he? Here comes to the line is 000 Fair. He's on pole position then. 8-3-0-4. 8-4-7-3. Currently, Glock, who's got a 100% record in qualifying, is on the ropes. He's on the ropes. Glock is at the moment. It's 100% record is being contested here at the moment. And with rain on the horizon, is Glock informed us about? Is this going to be the first time where Glock is on pole position? Droffer is invalidated this time again. So is Ghost. So is Hunter. What about FIFA? FIFA hasn't. LP is going to have to go around again then. Deep breath, everyone, because this is going to get very exciting indeed. Then it's 0-0. Who is going to be the first man to be on pole position in the same qualifying as Glock at the moment. Of course, the only other man that's been on pole position in silver so far was Hunter back in Australia, but of course Glock was not in that session. Here tonight, Glock could potentially not be on pole position for the first time in ALR silver, where he's been beaten in qualifying. My goodness me, Glock is just confirmed. It's a dreadful lap there for Glock. And, well, I would still say that's a fantastic lap for Glock, isn't it? Excuse me. As I'm getting too excited then, and I'm really I got to calm myself down. We still got an hour of racing to go, everyone. Here comes FIFA Beefy coming to the line. He goes 6 fast at the moment now. Oh, and just mowing the grass as well. Then on the outside, and he is away. Then LPE is on the final run. Then he is not using DRS. LPE isn't there, but it was a bit slow on the DRS on the DRS system. Now I'm wondering if he was on a. Somebody's rain! There's rain! There is rain! And oh my goodness me! And wow! So this is going to be incredible. Whoever has a certain time, then it's going to be on the back. It's going to be on the back foot now. So at the moment it's double. It's Beerus. It's Glock, VTOD, Forza, and FIFA with LP in 7th position. Then Droffer, Ghost, and Hunter's got to come out. Then Glock's got to come out as well. Oh, Beerus as well. VTOD in Forza. Who is going to get pole position? Is up for debate. Then they're all pying out of the pit lane now. Oh, this is great. And we also got Glock confirming it rain in less than 5 minutes. Well, it's here, isn't it? And we have also got Darren saying, yeah, I feel for your Glock. As I got to say, they're very nice to Glock, isn't they? Because Glock has been fantastic in the start of this silver season. I think he has been almost untouchable, hasn't he? But yeah, it's still very good camaraderie. I don't know. Very good banter. That's it. That's what you get for trying to use big words, especially on a Monday as well. As I don't function very well. I don't really function very well for most days of the week, really. The only time I do function well is when on a Saturday, and that's usually because I have a good night's sleep. And VTOL then on the out lap moment. It's LP going for another lap here. We're on board with him now. He is coming in the pit. Said VTOL then. It's have to go all the way around again then. So good stuff indeed there from Codemasters. Anyway, don't worry about that. How wet is the track? We're on board then. There's only a few spots of rain on the lens at the moment as we're on board with VTOD currently in full position mode. I think his best qualifying performance was 4th, wasn't it? Here he goes into turn 1 then. It's going to be very intense indeed then. As Young Lights is just confirmed in capital letters, Glock's not on pole. No, he's not at the moment. He needs to reply. How's he got to reply here? This is the first time in qualifying where Glock is really up against it then, where rain is coming down 71 hundredths of a second at the moment. Glock is the second man through. He is also I don't really see there. I didn't see the time, unfortunately. The graphic didn't tell me. Under 5 minutes to go then. Yellow flag. Yellow flag! It's Glock! It's Glock! It's Glock who's off the track then. Oh goodness me. Car 25 and a Glock there. Oh no, he's also damaged the end plate. Glock is not going to be on pole position, I don't think. It depends on how heavy this rain is. How slippery is it? Glock VTOD is at the moment test out of conditions. He's coming down the back straight as well. The wind is picking up. You're seeing the flags in the background. VTOD is off. VTOD, no, then it's Glock who's off the track again. Then VTOD there is 2 times a second. Now then coming into the final sector. He's in violating this time. VTOD has, and that time is not going to be. It's not going to be counted. Droffer coming through the final turn as well. And here comes Droffer. He is hugging. He is only 10 fast at the moment. 9 fast a second in front. Then we've also got Ghost who's coming through the final sector. And look at that. Then nailed it very nice indeed. Ghost and Hunter. Then Ghost in 9th position. Hunter in 10th position. Ghost is 9th. Hunter is in 5th position. That's a glorious one out there for Hunter. And he is away then. I think that is at the end of qualifying. It is for Glock is retired. Glock is retired. This is the first time that Glock has been in on a qualifying in silver, and he is not on pole position. Oh my goodness me, that's a turnout for the Bucks, isn't he? He wasn't feeling too confident in the build up to this race tonight then, and my goodness me, that has confirmed it. At the moment, Double is on pole position with Beerus alongside him on row 1. That is a juicy row 1 indeed, isn't it? I think everyone is on an in lap at the moment, or have invalidated time. Oh my goodness me, that was a shunt and a half there from Ghost. He has ripped off the front right corner of the car, and that is a big smash indeed there from the Rocket Williams, and he is down in 10th position. That might have contributed to the wet condition that is after the first DRS time as well. You can see the rain is getting heavier and heavier now, isn't it? VTOL is also retired from the session as well, and I think Ghost was going for all or nothing then, and unfortunately I think that might be the end of qualifying for us as well. Then, as unfortunately the rain did disrupt our pleasure, our viewing pleasure of that qualifying session as well. Then, as Hunter is just coming into the pits as well, I believe, and as he is almost out of fuel. Then, wow. So Glock's monopoly on pole positions there. Of course, he had 11 pole positions before today, and he ain't gonna get another one. But Double is on pole position then. His first pole position of ALR Silver. Fantastic result here today for Double. Brilliant 17th then. So we've got 2 minutes and 10 seconds now of unfortunate of you guys listening to me natter on about yesteryear. But well, that was an incredible qualifying session, really was. I'm gonna be honest, I'm very unhealthy and I sweat quite a bit, so I sweat just going to the fridge and back. But yeah, I'm sweating after this one. My goodness me, what a qualifying session! That was absolutely fantastic stuff. I think the rain might have saved my blushes actually, as I think I would have hit the wall. I think I'm not sure about the rest of these guys. My goodness me, yeah, this isolation is not of me whatsoever. I might have to go out into natural light tomorrow and actually get a bit of a jog on, perhaps. Then maybe not. Yeah. Oh, I was getting a bit too serious there for my liking. In the end of that qualifying free session then, 00 is on pole position, his first pole position in ALR Silver. Fantastic result for 00. Barris is alongside him on row 1. Then we got Glock in third position, V-Todd is in 4th, Hunter is in 5th, with Forza 6th, FIFA 7th, LP in 8th position. Fantastic. Droffer in 9th, Ghost Recon in 10th position. That is set up for an absolutely splendid race. Glock has said what a well, let's just say he wasn't very happy with that show there. As I'm not going to repeat it. As of course there, I try and keep it PG, or at least I try up until 9 o'clock anyway. And we've also got Ghost saying you didn't see that. No, we didn't. No, we didn't. Ghost, don't worry about that. I did say it was the weather conditions there which caused you to have that horrific incident. I got to say you did go a bit airborne there, as the curves got a bit slippery there, didn't they? As I wipe the sweat away from my brow, and I'm sure the drivers are as well. Here we go then, and look at that beautiful sunshine, not a cloud in the sky then, here in Montreal. Absolutely fantastic stuff. I reckon the drivers might actually go for a bit of a dip then, the old St. Lawrence Seaway after this race as well then. And as you can see then, the drivers are now just getting themselves ready, getting the strategy going. And then we should we're going to be in for. I'm really excited about this. This is going to be an intense race, a fantastic race, and who knows what kind is going to happen here then. And then of course then, so at the moment, anyone from 11th downwards is just going to be picking their what tires to choose on. And away we go for the formation lap then. Of course then, we got 35 laps around this circuit. Remember last night, those 35 laps went in a jiffy, didn't they? My goodness me. I looked up and it was lap 30 already. It was incredible, wasn't it? We got 35 laps around here. We had 2 virtual safety cars. We also had a full safety car as well. As I said in qualifying, safety car in the real race around here is around 60%, maybe even more, isn't it? It's gone down in the last couple of years, hasn't it? Of course, but we had 4 safety cars in 1 year in 2007, and also I think it was in 99 as well, wasn't it, where we had 3 champions in the world champions. It was Villeneuve, Hill and Schumacher, wasn't it? It was incredible. Anyway, enough about that. Let's get on with this race, shall we? On pole position then is 00. His first pole position, and a fantastic drive out from 00. Bears alongside him on row 1. There we go, Glock in 3rd position. That's the lowest group position he's ever started in. V-Todd in 4th, Hunter in 5th position, Forza 6th, FIFA 7th, LP in 8th position, Droffer in 9th, Ghost is in 10th position then, Alhan in 11th, 12th position is Poorly Orange. He's on the hard tires. He loves those hard tires, doesn't he? Razor in 13th, Flea 14th, 15th is at Serious Mushroom. Cod Oliver is in 16th position there and on limpo mode. 17th is left the session. Cod Oliver's had a problem and left the session. Oh goodness me, not again there for Cod Oliver. Hopefully he can get back in this session. What a shame for Cod. We really want to see him have a good old crack at silver. Frad is in 18th position there. McFish is in 19th. Kingsholm in 20th position there. Medium hard tires for Poorly Orange and for Serious Mushroom. Soft tires for Forza, for FIFA, for LPE, for Ghost, for Razor, for Flea, for Hitman, for Mugfish shirts, and also for Kingsholm as we're on board Kingsholm. And I've just discovered tonight actually that Kingsholm actually lives very close to Gloucester as well, which it didn't even click with me because of course I live about a stone's throw away from Kingsholm. So yeah, you learn something new every day. I don't think Col Oliver is going. He's on the grid, luckily, Col Oliver, so he could potentially get back in this session then. As we're now just waiting for those magical 5 sets of lights to come on. As I am all at sea with my graphics. There we go. Let's get ready. The lights go out as we do have our traditional 30-second or so pause. And Col Oliver's back in the session then. Fantastic stuff then. As a Col Oliver has actually moved up to 15th position. I think he's grown. No way! We're go in Canada. 00 has kept the lead there. Bears the second position. Glock! Oh, Glock has come together. Glock has come together and gone into contact there. Oh, goodness me. It's a shambles in turn, but it's a shambles. Straight away then, and Col Oliver has done his car yet, and then double as Glock has gone into the side of 00. Oh goodness gracious me, Bears leads the Canadian Grand Prix, and Frost and Froman taking out the action already. I think Hunter 5-second penalty there for McVicious. Oh goodness me, we didn't even get past turn 2. We've already got a safety car. Wow, well that was an interesting start, wasn't it? Everyone has gone up. Well, Kingsholm has gone 7 positions already. My goodness me, he's gone lightning start, hasn't he? McVicious down 50 positions, Glock down 90 positions is double. My goodness me, then. That is not what I was expecting. Is Glock got damaged then? I don't think double has. I think double's car is okay then. Glock has got damaged. He's going to have to come in the pit, surely. He's going to have a lot of understeer, isn't he? So the safety car is out then. And, oh, my goodness me, then. Of course, the front two came to blows. They came to blows, didn't they? And then, of course, everyone behind him just stamped on the brake pedal, didn't they? And of course, just Constantina, didn't they? What an incredible start here in Canada. I did expect that, did I? Well, I didn't expect that. Did anyone else expect that? That was incredible, wasn't it? Of course, Glock first time not on pole position there. And my goodness me, there as into the pits there comes. Alhan has got a penalty. Oh, damage as well. There's Danister's on board with Kingsholm into the pits. And who has got damage? And we got Haas there. We got Haas there also. Kuno's one. It's a traffic jam in the pits as well. The Haas mechanics getting to work. Then there's damage on Alhan's Haas. So he's on the hard compound tire as I change the nose cone on the Haas. Then as out comes front and Glock is also out as well. Glock is out. Alhan. McVicious also getting some treatment on the car, getting some TLC then before he comes back out of the pits. I don't mean tables, ladders, and chairs. And he's out of the pits as well. Glock is actually gone up a couple of positions there. He's actually moved up to 17th. He was so he's improved his position there in that pit and all that fracas as they come out of the pits as well then. So as I quickly lean forward then, Glock has just said great. Has Hunter got major wing damage? Let's take a look, shall we? Of course that was from Rena and Hunter. I think he's oh yeah, that is Hunter, isn't it? I'm getting confused with the orange cars tonight. Let's take a look. No, he's fine. Hunter is fine, and he's got a 4 wing intact. All his bits are pointing in the right direction. If your bits are pointing in the right direction, then I gotta say you're having a good day. Oh, lovely shot here from Glock's suspension there. Absolutely beautiful stuff, isn't it? Pristine there. I do love the. I gotta say, I do love the cars of yesteryear. I think my favorite era cars are on the 2005, 2004 cars. They were beautiful. Then again, I said that. I'm sure I said a couple of race good. I also like the 97 cars as well. But even these cars are a beautiful work of art, aren't they? Even with the Halo one, which I gotta say, actually, I was the Halo really, which I was really against it at the time. But of course, you can't really, of course, driver safety and all that kind of stuff. Now, of course, that is absolutely paramount, isn't it? We don't want to see deaths or any of that kind of stuff in Formula 1 racing because it's a sport after all, isn't it? Crazy, McVicious there getting a 5-second penalty. But yeah, Beres is leading. Car 2 is leading the race, and we've got a Red Bull in front, but it's a different Red Bull. It's Beres who is leading only his second race in ALR, and of course, his first race in ALR, he got in second position there. Is he going to go one better and win this race then? Well, V-Todd is going to be on his heels and with 4. Oh, goodness me, got another 5-second penalty. We've got a lot of 5-second penalties in here. I can't say much, so I got 5-second penalty for under safety car as well. When I driven in Silverstone on Saturday. So, but less about that race the better, as my race ended after Sam hit me up the rear and I went flying off into the barrier. It was an absolutely horrific shut there, but luckily I'm okay. Unfortunately, my voice box wasn't damaged, which I think a lot of you guys watching now wish it was. We're on lap 3 out of 35. When is the safety car going to come in? That is the question then. Let's take a quick stock, shall we? Of course, so pits, so we had everyone, so almost half the field come in the pits then. LPE, FIFA, Kill Zone, Cirrus Mushroom, safety cars in the end. This up. Fantastic news for us then. We're going to be back racing. And here comes BRSB coming. The de facto safety car going back then just to the summary of the he's gone very slow here, hasn't he? Of course, he now has the right to go fast or slow as he wants there, but of course he can't get to, he doesn't want to catch up with the safety car, because then the game does slow it down, which has caused all kinds of drama and issues in the past then. Yeah, anyway, well, I'll talk about the summary a bit later on then if I can. I doubt I will be able to, because I think it's going to be fast and furious. We're back racing. Here we go. Bears leads. Second position is Retard. Third position is Loretto. Fourth position is Hunter. Then we got Droffer, Ghost. Then we have Razor. Oh goodness me, it's Con Oliver's up to 8th position. Fantastic stuff for Con Oliver's under attack straight away from double zero. Then the runner's on pole position. 5-second penalty for McFisher. And then now good double. Oh, a bit of a tamaroo there from the back of Con Oliver. That's Con Oliver now. I think it's being swamped here. Oh goodness me, and they're so close. It's almost a whisker away now. I was going to say whiskey. LP has got. Oh, Con Oliver's gone off the track then. And now FIFA Beefy is all over the back of Con Oliver. Of course, Con Oliver is a very new to league racing in the moment. He's being swamped up the inside. Oh, it's a FIFA Beefy there. Oh, goodness me, Con Oliver. It's a man taking races action, and he's dropping down there. King's Home, look at the background. Look, there's a Williams in the background. So we're on board with King's Home. And that's the Williams of Cirrus Rush again by Con Oliver. And moving up, Con Oliver has overshot the curve there. And he has come back on the track there. And now then, we've got the now got Cirrus Rush and Boy Orange is in front of position. Flea is up into 14th for this there. And he's got by Con Oliver. Con Oliver's on the inside. He is still on the inside. Flea is trying to get on the outside. We also got a Renault also by him as well. Then as they come out of the hairpin, then both Mercedes down in 30 and 40 position at the moment. Then Flea is now on the back of Con Oliver. Then is Con Oliver dropping down a couple positions there. But as I said, then it's very new, isn't it? It's very daunting, isn't it, to race in league races. I got to say, Bears to the fast on race. Con Oliver skating across and Glock, who's down in 70 position about there, is trying to get through. Then calls it. Glock is usually out in front. Double zero set the fast on the race. It's come for the complete lap 5 then in this incredible race. Oh, it's getting very different tuck there in the background. Alhan is struggling. McFish is and Crazy Hitman have dropped right down to the back. They're almost 26 seconds back. So I did see McFish go in the pits. Con Oliver has gone off again in the it's a double zero is up into 10th position, 8th position for Retard at the moment. Then Retard's got by. No, he hasn't. He's dropped down then. Come back to the spot here because this. Oh my goodness me! I don't know where to look. There, we're on board. Cirrus Rush. Then this incredible battling up and down the field. Cirrus Rush around. Then Poorly Orange there is just keeping tabs at the moment. Then double zero is flying through the field. Con Oliver's off the track. He's come back on the track and he's half spun it, but luckily he hasn't gone into the wall. Then so good recovery, good driving there from Con Oliver not to get into the wall. Brilliant stuff indeed then from Con Oliver. Very well controlled there. Unfortunately there. He has dropped down to 18th position, and flag in 2 is for the Mercedes, and he is, I think, just trying to very delicately navigate his way then back through. Hunter is now really putting a squeeze on the Renault in 4th position then, as I'm getting, oh my god, I don't know where I am in the field. I'm Droffer moving up to 5th position then. 6 is double, fantastic stuff in double there. Goes 7th then, Razor 8th position, LPE 9th position, FIFA Beefy in the 10th position as well then. And then we've got a couple of queue cars. Looking further, it's Glock is through, he's on the grass. He's through, passes front, and he is up into 50th position. Then Glock come back through the field is on then as the Renault there is having a look, but Glock, I think that's job done. King's Home is got look at this yellow flag and free. That's a Mercedes out. Con Oliver is out of this race on board there with the diffuser, and look at that. That's incredible. Look at the nose cone and the Williams are almost in us. Incredible stuff then. Coming down to the second chicane as well then. Absolutely fantastic camera workmanship there, or camera personship I should say then, coming down to hairpin. Brilliant stuff indeed then. And I thought he was overshooting there. Look at this, and again then we got now it's Culver's left for session. He's the first retirement of this Canadian safety car. McFish is out of this race, and oh dear, what's going on here? As into the pits there comes Force. He's in the pits there. McFish has damaged the car. I think it's in turn 6 6, isn't it? And LPE has got serious damage there, and once again then it's coming in the pits then, as we've got 2 safety cars in the matter of 7 laps here. This has been drama all the way then, as the Haas there is just as Kingzone is gone. Kingzone is gone. He's oh, goodness me, then! As I had to take a base of action, that's Glock having to take a base of action. Kingzone, I wonder if he's gone into someone, but Kingzone is out of race. Look at him, he's ripped off the front left part of the car of the Tour also. What is going on there? Goodness me, then. This is absolutely incredible stuff here in kind of crazy. Hitman there is actually going to be Kingzone was there for session there. Absolutely devastated with that. We have lost McVicious, Cod Oliver, and Kingdom as well. Alhan there is just coming back in the pits there, going on to a set of medium compound tyres in the Haas, and McVicious also leaving the session. But we've lost 3 cars in 7 laps and here in Canada. And it's been rather entertaining so far, hasn't it? It's been an interesting start to Canada. Brilliant stuff indeed then. As let's just take a quick look then, as Ford's looking strong there from Young Lights. I've also got Red Bull all the way then from Young Lights. Fantastic stuff indeed then, as we're on board with the Red Bull of Barris at the moment, and safety car once again then. So 2 safety cars in the matter of a couple of laps. I wonder if we're going to equal the 4 safety cars from back in 2007 and 99 now. Wow, we've already had 2 already, and we've only been racing for 7 laps, and half of those laps have been behind the safety car. Well, now I could actually take stock now. So, at the moment, I would say that the first 4 cars have not been in the pits yet. Everyone else has been in the pits at least once then. It's Barris just drawn back, and both McLaren's looking strong in 2nd and 3rd position then. Into the pits comes the race leader, so Barris is in the pits then. And we've also had Droff in the pits. Well, it's a McLaren 1-2 here in Canada. Fantastic stuff then. And so Barris there into the pits then. And he is going on to the medium compound tyres. My apologies. He is dropping all the way down to the back of the field then at the moment, and Droff also in the pits where he's on the hard compound tyres. As I've knocked off the telemetry there, and I need to stop getting so excited. So Alhan is out in 15th position. Is he, or 16th position then? Oh, we got a race. Oh, that is nip and tuck. And what is, I think, Barris has been told to get behind there by Codemasters, and he is down in 16th position there. V-Todd leads the silver race. I think this might be the first time that V-Todd has led a race there. Fantastic stuff. And this is a McLaren 1-2 here in Montreal. Fantastic stuff. We're back to the future here. It's like 1999 all over again, isn't it? Absolutely good stuff indeed then. So let's take stock then. It's V-Todd, it's Hunter, and it's FIFA. That is the podium position at the moment. We've got Sirius Mushroom in 4th position. 5th is Fleet. Glock is in 6th position. Fantastic drive back through the field then with 7th Fran. 8th position is 00. The man who's on pole position. Remember, Glock in the 00 came to blows in turn 1 and 2. But they're now 6th and 8th position. Safety car is back in, and we are back racing once again here in Montreal. Glock there is I think he's just make sure he doesn't get the jump then. So V-Todd is now the factor of safety car. As I said, I think this is the first time V-Todd's leading the silver race set. How is he going to handle the pressure? V-Todd has been in other leagues before, hasn't he? So we'll see what he can do then. This is going to be very tense. That we're about to get racing in Montreal once again in a second. And he's going. Now we're back racing again then. I took that tongue down. Oh, he's in the wall. He's in the wall then. I think has he damaged the car? I don't think he has then. So V-Todd, Hunter, yellow flag in at 1, 2 and 3 then. So just take a look to see what's going on. And the McLarens are going now. They're going wheel to wheel there, wouldn't they? Then we got FIFA in first position. We got 00 who's got past Fran, but Fran is not giving it there. Oh, very brutal there for Fran. Sirius Monster is off. Sirius Monster is off the track here, and he is he's just trying to come back on the section. We got Hunter. Hunter's off the track as well. Hunter is off the track then, and now it's coming out of turn at number 4, and there's action all the way around here in Montreal. What is going on here tonight? My goodness me. We got the yellow flag again, and 00 is having problems here in the background there, isn't he? Glock is back in the full position. Hunter's left possession there, and well, that's it, and it's Hunter's left possession, and well, that's a shame, really, isn't it? Because we've had such incredible action here. That's not I think that if that's a rage quit, then perhaps then he should have probably stuck with it perhaps a little longer, because we've had 2 safety safety cars already. Out the inside is 00, and away he goes then. Fran is in 5th position, 00 in 6th position, Ghost in 7th position, Crazy Hitman has dropped down a couple position, he's down in 12th position, Beerus is in 13th then, Droffer in 40th position. This is, oh my goodness me, action all the way then. 00 is now battling with Ghost then, coming into the chicane as well. Ghost has also got a 3-second penalty for a shot as well. VTOD leads then, FIFA second, 3rd position is Flea, but Glock is on the hard tires, isn't he? He's going to go an awful long way on those hard tires then. 00 is having a look at Fran then, but Fran there is shutting the door in, but he's gone wide then, and now then 00 is going side by side. Oh, is he going to have a look? No, not quite then. As Alhan is in the pits, and so is Serious Mushroom then, as well as there's been all kinds of shenanigans, hasn't there, up and down the field then, and so the gap at the front there is really fluctuating, isn't it, at the moment? But VTOD then is doing a good job of it. Beerus is up in the 12th position then, so Beerus up in the 12th then. I'm struggling to keep up with these incredible actions so far. It's been action up and down the field then. Paulie Orange there is battling away with Forza. Forza, as like said, Forza was looking good earlier on, wasn't he? He is still looking good. He's on the medium tires at the moment. Then but Paulie Orange has gone on the outside down to the hairpin, and we are waiting for Forza. There he is. There's the yellow front wing end of the Renault, and they accelerate out as well. And look at them, not enough third moment. And there's another Renault who is leading this battle at the moment. And no DRS yet, and we've got to wait 3 laps for this DRS to come into play. Then this is the second lap. Then the DRS will be available at the end of the third lap. And Frat has got a very slippery car then, hasn't he, in the straight line. Fantastic indeed. And Beerus has moved up to 11th position, and Droffer has also moved up competition as well. Crazy Hitman, it's in the pits at the moment. It's in the pits as well. And look at this, it's Lionel Stern, isn't it? It's a usual silver race, really, isn't it? It's so close, isn't it? The Glock has now found his feet, and it's all over the black of Flea. Flea's on an incredible drive at the moment. He's in 3rd position in this fantastic race so far. It's been absolutely brilliant stuff as well. Forza is got by Ghost. Ghost is dropping down in a couple position, but look at this. Oh my goodness me, there's Lionel Stern then coming out of turn 4 and through the turn through the king of 5 and 6. They're under the trees. Glock is through past Flea and up into 8th position. There goes the goes Paulie Orange, then Ghost is down 9th position there. Beerus is also having a go as well. Beerus is up in the 9th position. Then we've also got the Ferrari behind him as well. Ghost dropping down 10th position. Where is, oh goodness me, then there's a Flea. Yes. Oh wow, I can't tell. It's an incredible train here, isn't it? Beerus is now in the 9th position then, and we've also got oh my goodness me, what is going on down there? But 00 is up in the 4th position, and both Renaults are 5th and 6th, and with Flea in 7th position. Flea is dropped down 4 positions. Hunter's back in the session then, and I think it might have been a disconnect there from Hunter, so he's back in the session. Good 17. Paulie Orange is also through as well, but Hunter's got a long way to make up then as well. Oh, he's left the session again then, as he come through the chicane once again then. Well, goodness me then, I gotta say, this has been an absolutely incredible race so far, hasn't it? VTOL is still leading then on the medium tires, and FIFA is second, and it's Beerus then. I thought he was going to go into the back of the Ferrari then, but not quite in Flea then. I'm not sure what happened to Flea there down the hairpin then, but it really didn't go too well for Flea, did it? He dropped down a couple positions. He's gone from 3rd to 8th in the last lap. In the last lap alone then, Forza is now getting onto the back of his teammate Fran at the moment. Fran there, it looks like he's struggling with the tyres. He's done 10 laps on those tyres. Fran hasn't come in the pits yet, has he? Well, these guys have literally can't come in the pits and got half the life. Droffer's got by. Glock's got a 3-second penalty as Fran is dropping down the positions now. Forza's over the 5th position then. And now we're on board. Paulie Orange is on the medium compact tyres as well. And now Serious Mushroom's at the fast lap. He's on the soft tyres. He's down in 70th position at the moment. Down the inside. Oh, that Renault's got one. And look at Beerus are having a good old lunge there. And they come out of the heavens. And look at them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's so many cars in this train as they come over the now they got DRS and they come over the DRS line then. And FIFA Beefy is a gone drop behind Glock. Glock is now over the 2nd position. He's almost in the lead in this incredible race. Paulie Orange has also got by as well, the Renaults. And who is that? That's Beerus, right on the diffuser of oh, that's damage in the background. I'm not sure what flicked up there, but that was damage on one of the cars then. As now Beerus up in the 7th position then. Good 17. Fran 8th position, and now it's Ferrari in 9th position. Ghost in 10th position. And the second Ferrari Razor in 11th position. Droffer in 12th position. LP 13th. Crazy Hitman 14th. Alham 15th. 116th. 17th position is a Serious Mushroom. Todd is now under pressure, isn't he? But look at this. That is FIFA is not actually letting Glock go here. Look at the background. There's 00's eyes on the hard tires. He is a second behind Glock at the moment, isn't he? They come down into the second part of the lap as well. Then now Glock is up 4 tenths of a second away. Then he will have DRS and on the back straight. Then V-Todd has been leading, doing an incredible job so far, hasn't he? V-Todd in the McLaren and is accelerated away then out of the hairpin, coming down the back straight. Beerus is now up into 6th position and he is flying back through the field. Beerus is, but he's going to have that Renault that's really going to cause him some aggravation, I think, down this back straight. Now Glock is pulling from out the slipstream. He passes V-Todd. He moves up into the lead. Glock leads the Canadian Grand Prix after a Ghost then is also battling with Flea as well. Oh goodness me, then there's a Ghost is through past Flea. Flea has dropped out of 10th position then. I think then hopefully we'll have some calm now in this race then. Wow, Paul Orange set the fast lap race. Coach get a bonus point for fast lap. V00 is now on the back then. V-Todd is now starting to really get into the clutches of FIFA, isn't he? 00's just got a penalty for his troubles there. FIFA is it? I think that gap would always be closing there, wouldn't he? We got DRS on this back straight. Look in the background. There's Paul Orange. He was out of position on the grid there, but here he is now back in the mix there, isn't he? He's up to 5th position at the moment then. And there's Glock there is still only 6 tenths of a second in front of him. Remember, he's on the hard tires as well for 00 as well. Beers on the medium tires as now they're coming down to their pin as well. Up the inside, 00 is passing FIFA. Or is he? Because FIFA there is giving him the space then. And they were very close to going down. Oh my goodness me, there was almost close. There was too close there. Coming out of the there's like a little kink there, isn't it? And look at Paulie Orange got on full press going down the back straight. It's FIFA double and Paulie Orange. Oh my goodness me, they're coming down to the apron. Contact into the barrier, goes 00, and that's a huge amount of damage for the racing point. And I think 3 into 1 there, and he's out of the race. 00 is, and I think that was a bit of rage there for the man who was on pole position. What a shame! Oh goodness me, we got all Italian, but all the Ferraris have come together. A Flea and a Racer, and oh goodness me, then the Ferrari is just trying to recover. Oh my goodness me, this has been absolute. It's been action all the way. It's been incident after incident here in this race then. So I take a deep breath here as FIFA Beefy is now under more pressure now, isn't he? This time from Paulie Orange. Paulie Orange is going on the outside of FIFA Beefy, and he is through, and I'm going to third position there. FIFA Beefy dropping down to 4th position. Beerus is now on the tail as well in the second. Red Bull in 5th position then. And in terms of the championship, of course, Glock is the championship leader, but who is second at the moment was Droff at the moment, but he is way down in 10th position at the moment then, so it's good. I think it's a day for the midfield pack runners, isn't it, at the moment? And you see he's on the back of FIFA Beefy. Beerus is as well. Beerus then has got the slipstream. He's got the slipstream of the Alfa Romeo. He's going to have a lunge, isn't he? Of course, this is where 00 met his demise there, but he is through, and he is up into 4th position then. We've also got in front of us is a Paulie Orange is going through and up into 2nd position there. Paulie Orange he's only a second away from Glock, and he is on the medium compound tires. So is Beerus on the medium tires as well. I think that Glock doesn't have to come in the pits again then. Fran there is a change to the soft compound tires. He's also damaged the nose cone on that Renault then, so he has gone on the soft tires, and away he goes. Flea is also in the pits as well. So he came together with his teammate there. So the Ferrari relationship manager. Oh no! V-Todd is on a problem. Crazy Hitman is out of the race, and that's not good. It's another safety car in this extraordinary race there. And where is I think Crazy Hitman is in the it's in the final chicane, isn't it? He's got on the inside by the looks. I think he's had a Kevin Manx in the pits there, and also Hunter's in the pits as well. Hunter's not on the session at the moment there. So we got another safety car here in this race then on lap 16. Crazy Hitman's left the session then. And I've got to say that this has been a crazy race so far, hasn't it? Drama after drama in this race, and we're only on lap 16 out of 35, but I feel like I've been commentating for 35 laps. It's been absolutely incredible action so far. So Hunter is going on the pits there in 15th position there. In 14th position there is Serious Mush on the soft tires. Hunter going on the medium tires, sorry, the hard tires. Glock is staying out. Into the pits comes Paulie Mushroom. Into the pits comes FIFA and Beerus there. FIFA's got a penalty as well then. So Paulie Mushroom, so he's on the hard tires, Paulie Mushroom is. What about Beerus? Beerus is on the hard tires, but he's being howled in the Red Bull pit lane. Now he's coming out of the pits now. Whereas and also FIFA is he's got a 5-second penalty, remember, hasn't he? So he is also going to lose time out as well, but he's coming out of the pits now. And who stayed out then? Razor stayed out, and he's in second position. And then Port Orange, Beerus is stayed out. Well, no, they came in the pit. Sorry, Ford's in fifth position. Six is Ghost. FIFA 7, Droffer coming out. And then we got VTOL in ninth position. At 10th position is LP. Fran is just come out of the pit. Sorry, came on the pit on the last lap, but he's in 11th position at the moment. Alhan is in 12th position on 7 up owed hard targets. Flea in 13th. Serious Mushroom 14th. And Crate and Hunter in 15th. Glock leads then. He's done 15 laps on the hard tires, hasn't he? Is he going to be able to get to the end from here on hard tires? Well, that means he would have done all but 3 laps on these hard tires. So that is that's a huge amount of time to be on the hard tires. Retirements, Crazy Hitman, 00. We've lost Kingzone. We've also lost McVicious and Cod Oliver, all out of this Canadian Grand Prix. And third safety car, and we've only just hit half distance. We're coming up to half distance now. I am absolutely shattered. This race has been incredible, hasn't it? Really, has been absolutely drama all the way through. Glock is let's just take a quick a quick rain check of what's happened here in this race. Glock in a 00 came to blows in turn 1, didn't they? And they were both at the back of the field. Then we had a safety car. Didn't we? After that, and then we had another safety car and another safety car. And I can't remember what the I know what the third one was for, but I can't remember what the second one was for. I think it was for McVicious. It was for McVicious, wasn't it? And of course, Kingzone also retired as well. Somehow was parked in the middle of the road, wasn't he? Kingzone was. So really, I'm not sure how that happened there or how that occurred. And that was that's unfortunate for Kingzone. Just waiting for Serious Mushroom there to catch up to the back then. So everyone is on the hard tires at the moment, apart from FIFA and Droffer have gone on the medium tires until the end. Then 5-second penalty for LPE, who's in temptation mode. Razor's in on the medium tires as well. He's done 11 laps on those medium tires, and soft tires there for Fran, and also Serious Mushroom as well. Then. So we've got all kinds of tyres out there at the moment. Safety car, Burn Mylander is having a lot of laps behind us, a lot of laps tonight, isn't he? I think he just likes the track, doesn't he? It really does indeed. We're only one safety car away from matching the 2007 and 99 race, isn't it? I've said that 3 times. I didn't actually expect that to be matched tonight, but my goodness me, they are doing a damn good job about that, aren't they? Oh, and so that's the start at the moment then. Hunter then out of the race, and he is second in charge at the moment. Droffer could potentially move up to second then if he gets 7th position today. As I said, Glock will not lose the lead in the championship because of course he is so far in front that he needs to have several bad races, really, doesn't he? And it looked like he was on a bad race to start this run off, but he is back up front of the field, isn't he? And he is but of course this is the first day today where he didn't actually get he wasn't on pole position, was he? So he ain't going to get that Grand Slam. He's had 7 Grand Slams so far in ALR Silver, but he ain't going to get one today, unfortunately. Well, I think that that's just the stats. Glock is more interested in the 25 points that is on offer for standing on top of the podium here today, and also going to stretch his lead in ALR. And I think we need to start to work out when can he actually win the championship mathematically. Remember, we do have a break next week, don't we, because of Easter, and so that's we next Sunday and Monday will be no ALR. So just just a reminder, like guys, that is also on the calendar, as of course it's Easter Sunday then. So I hope everyone there has a very nice Easter and enjoy your family as much as you can, really. Or if you can't, then hopefully we got the gadgets and gizmos in this 2020 year, haven't we? Where you can FaceTime your relatives out. So from here, everyone here at ALR, we all wish you a happy Easter. And so we'll be back in 2 weeks' time from today then. And so yeah, good stuff. And I hope you enjoy your chocolate eggs. Of course, my favourite time of the year because I love my Cadbury's cream eggs. And the question is, how do you eat yours? I like to bite off the top, and then of course, and then lick out all the yolk. Then I've ate that ever since. I've always ate it like that. I love it. Anyway, then so yep, that's another bit of useful, very useful knowledge, which I'm sure you'll all take away with you, won't you? But I think more importantly, we are waiting for that magical message. And there it is. The safety car is in at the end of this lap. We have got 15 more laps to go if it's a Canadian Grand Prix. Who is going to be top of the podium here at the Gilles Villeneuve circuit? That is going to be incredible as well. As Ghost has just asked me, do I like the new helmet cut? Oh, VTOL has come to blows with LPE. somehow or another, then, even though LP's behind him. Let's take a look at Ghost's helmet. Yeah, oh, look at that. I think that's very reminiscent of one Pablo Montoya's helmet, isn't it? We're back racing then. We'll have another look at that later on then. So Glock is now, has dropped the hammer. He is back on it now. We're on lap 20 out of 35 and 15 more. Oh, that's a run on the wall, I think. Glock leads. Razor second. Third position is Paulie Orange. Fourth position is Beerus. Fourth is all over the back of the Red Bull. FIFA Beefy's on the inside of Ghost then. But Ghost is having none of it there, parking his car in the absolutely beautiful apex there. But now Droffer's on the inside. We got a drag race going down to turn 3 there between FIFA Beefy and Droffer. Droffer is still in 8th position at the moment with FIFA Beefy in 7th position as it stands. Droffer needs to get into 7th position to get second in the championship. He needs to get into 6th position to be in front of Hunter, if that makes sense. And of course it probably doesn't there. I should have explained that better, but we'll come back to that a bit later on there, because I think Paulie Orange is now all over the gearbox. Fran is also got by LPE as well, and so Fran is up into 10th position. LPE has dropped down to 11. There's a problem for LPE as he damaged the car. He did have a serious issue, didn't he? Oh, and he's also knocked off the polystyrene as well there. Paulie Orange there is side by side with Razor, who is in second position already. He hasn't come to the pit. He's done 13 laps on those medium compound tires then, as they're coming down the back straight then. There's no DRS again. We have to wait another 3 laps then, so there's a lot more natural overtaking then. That Ferrari is very quick as well, but unfortunately because of that then Beerus is now caught up to the back of Paulie Orange, and he is going to be very interested going down into turn 1. Droffer has got by FIFA and is in 7th and 8th position then, and the 3 are concentrating on this battle at the moment, which is the battle for second position then. Razor is now almost 9/10 of a second, almost a second away from Glock in the lead at the moment. He is leading this race there. Somehow or another, he is now getting his way through all this carnage, all this incredible stuff going on in this race. It's been absolutely pandemonium. What to expect with the Canadian Grand Prix? Absolutely fantastic race here, isn't it? It's a fantastic racetrack. It looks so similar, doesn't it, on the right-hand side track map? But it really isn't, is it? Got to get into a flow around here, and this track does really cause all kinds of problems, doesn't it? Glock is only 5/10 of a second away at the moment. I wonder if he's just maybe saving something on the car. Oh, contact! It's had damage from Mercedes. Has had damage from Mercedes? No, he hasn't. He's still got end plate. But Glock is it's being reeled back in by the Ferrari. Alhan has got in front of a Fran there into the hairpin as well. It's just getting very nip and tuck down there. But I think Razor is doing a very good job of it. Fantastic stuff from Razor. He's on a cracking drive at the moment. And they come down to that's a problem for the Mercedes, and Beerus is through. That's a mistake from Paulie Orange, and he's dropped down into a 4th position then, and Beerus is through, and DRS has been enabled there, and at the moment all these guys are in DRS territory apart from Forza, who's a second back at the moment then. Incredible stuff as we come out to the hairpin at the moment, and it's the Ferrari sandwich in between the 2 Red Bulls at the moment, and as they go over the chicane then. Droffer is now free. It's 2/10 of a second away from Ghost at the moment, and FIFA Beefy is also all over the back of him as well. It's very, I've got to say, this is it's been a close race, hasn't it? The safety cars have really kept the field bunched up and the field spread. It's such a minimum, hasn't it? Droffer's moved up into 6th position now, so fantastic stuff from Droffer, and he is now second in the championship. Fantastic stuff from Droffer then, doing a very good job, hasn't he? Recently Droffer has been racking up the points, hasn't he? Doing a very good job, and Beerus is on the inside of Razor. He is through. He is no, he hasn't. He's gone, and we got a yellow flag in the sector 2 and 3 then, and I'm not sure what's going on there, but we're keeping an eye on that. LPE's got a 3-second penalty then, as Razor is now all over the back then, and Beerus has come down into the hairpin, and Beerus is under trouble, is under pressure then, isn't he? Coming down to the chicane and into the pits because of Friday, so Beerus has been released. Paulie Orange has been released as well, and Droffer has, and Droffer's up in the 4th position. Fantastic stuff from Droffer there. Now then, Beerus is only 5 tenths away from Glock, and Paulie Orange is only a second away back as well. They've got Droffer, and we've also got pit action there from both Ferraris. Actually, both Ferraris are going to have to queue, aren't they, at the moment? And they've done a beautiful stacking job there. Brilliant stuff for Ferrari, but unfortunately Flea is in the pits and changing the nose cone on the Ferrari once again then. As you can see, Ferrari very well drilled, and they've got a lot of nose cones. They might have needed them for this weekend, haven't they? As Flea and Razor have come together. Unfortunately, Razor is now on the soft tires in the race. That should get him easy to do in the race then. Good stuff indeed. Beerus Barros is now battling away. He hasn't leading just yet, but look at this, and it's 1, 2, 3 cars battling away, and Droffa is so close as well. This is such an incredible close race, and now Porty Orange is now coming involved in this battle as well. Down into there, but then now Glock is done 21 laps on those hard tires. He is restoring. Remember, this was the stride he did in Singapore. There's a big difference between Canada and Singapore, though, isn't it? Singapore, much more difficult track to overtake on than Canada, and Glock there is feeling the strain once again then from Barros, and Barros is becoming a major rival of Glock, isn't he? Unfortunately, Glock's got a 3-second penalty. I think he's already had one, hasn't he? He is being pushed there, and look in the background there, that is also Droffa. He pulls out from underneath the rear wing of Barros of Glock. Glock is on the inside, Barros on the outside. It's a Red Bull side by side out turn 2. Oh my goodness me, then Glock and Barros are battling side by side, and oh my goodness me, Glock is off, and he's going to have to recover, but look at the cars in cover. That's the safety car, of course. It's so to be so bunched up that Glock is just being very sensible. Porty Orange is out. That's a big smash. The Mercedes has ripped off the rear suspension. Oh goodness me, an absolutely incredible race in. Porty Orange and fourth have come to blows, and Porty Orange was up into second position. Glock is down to a position, and another safety car. We've got 4 safety cars in this race. Barros leads this incredible Canadian Grand Prix. Carl said didn't rage quit, got disconnected again. Then we've also got Glock saying might not win. Well, at the moment he's not going to win, is he? He's down in 8th position then. Lap 24 out of 35. An absolutely intense race this has been. An absolute, I'd say, of course, that I'd say it's been probably one of the most incredible races then. As Forza's left the session there, unfortunately. Porty Orange all the race as well. That's absolutely incredible stuff here as well. Like saying this is an amazing race. Germany 2009, but Canada, it really is, isn't it? I got to say, whoever the poor soul who's doing the highlights video for next week, how are they going to chop it down to like to the 10 minutes, which never happens anyway, does it? But into the pits, there comes Glock. Then he got spun around. Then he is on the medium tires to the end now. Alhan is also in the pits as well. We've also got Serious Mushroom who comes out in front of Glock as well. Glock has dropped down into 9th position then. Well, unfortunately for Hunter, then he has got disconnected. He is actually still in the points at the moment, Hunter is, but he will not get those points because he needs to be in the car. We've also got Flea in 11th position, and LP in 12th position. That good stuff indeed then. As Glock is just a joke, honestly, as it was getting very nip and tug, wasn't it, between himself and Barros as well. But here it is, and safety car, 4th safety car in this race. Absolutely incredible stuff. Really is, and I have been saying about that 99 record of 4 here in Canada. Well, we've matched it now, one more, and we'll be on 5. It's just been incredible racing, hasn't it? Wow, brilliant stuff, Ben. Really is, and as we're coming down to the hairpin, Young Lights Young Lights is just cheering on Glock, and of course Young Lights a Red Bull driver as well, isn't he? He's cheering on the Red Bull drivers. One is leading, one is down in 9th position around. It's Barros who's leading, whilst the man who's leading the championship, the man who has won 10 races in his 11 starts, then is facing an uphill task now, isn't he, to win this race? But the roles are reversed now. Barros has done 8 laps on the hard tires, whilst Glock has got fresh new medium compound tires, hasn't he? Lap 25 out of 35 then. Safety car is going around for one more lap, then he'll be back in. Then we've got a sprint finish. We've got 9 laps then in this race, and we've got 9 laps to go in this race before we got 9 laps to go in this race then, and it's going to be a sprint finish then, isn't it? Oh, I got to say, who is going to win this incredible Canadian Grand Prix? It's been absolutely fantastic stuff. It really is brilliant stuff indeed then. Absolutely amazing stuff here in Canada. I can't think of any more adjectives. Oh no, was it? I don't know. Nouns. No, nouns, is it? I don't know. That's what I failed English for the first time as well. Oh, I passed English in my second attempt at college, and of course another little nugget there for no one to really even indulge in. So lap 26, race order. Barros leads. Droffa is in 2nd position. Ghost is in 3rd. 4th is FIFA. Vitor is in 5th. Then after that, it is then Razor who's coming the pitch. 3 laps to go in 6th position. Alhan is on 2 lap of medium tires. Serious Mushroom and Glock have just come in the pits. And Frad on 3 lap of tires. Flea in 10th 10th position, also on 3 lap tires, on 3 lap of medium tires, and LPE is also on the medium tires as well, as we're just waiting. There it is, safety car is in then, we have got 8 laps then around here, this is it then. And here we go then, deep breath everyone, we're going again, our 4th restart, a 4th rolling restart. Of course they like their rolling restarts in America, and goodness me then, we're definitely taking homage to that, aren't we? When is Glock going to drop the hammer? And look at them all swarming all over him now then, you can see then, look at this, and there's the rolling restart, then we're going to be back racing, waiting for that safety car to disappear off into the distance. Burnt Mylanders in the pits. We are going racing now. We're back racing here in Canada, and look at that, there's a big old gap in between VTOT then, as now then is Droffer is all over the back of Bears. That's a crash, that's VTOT is out of the race then, and a big smash there. That's a McLaren out of this Canadian Grand Prix. LPE is in the pit set, and LPE is retired from the race as well, so LPE also out. We have only got 10 cars left in this incredible Canadian Grand Prix. We have had 10 retirements. Droffer's got 3 seconds. FIFA in 3rd position, Ghost 4th, Rate up in 3rd position. We have Serious Mushroom, Fran 9th position. Said here now we got Beerus, and we've also got Grufford and batting away, and as they come down the back straight, and absolutely incredible stuff. And as a light said, Honda power, it really is, isn't it? There's a Honda 1-2 at the moment now, and we got a Ferrari powered Alfa Romeo in 3rd position there, and Droffer's all over the back, and Droffer is looking for his first race win in silver. He's done 10 laps on the medium tires, and Beerus has done 10 laps on the hard compound tires. They accelerate all the hairpin away, all the airpin as well. No DRS yet, and no DRS in as they come down the back straight, and we've got to wait another couple of laps for the DRS, but will Droffer need it? And there's a Beerus is feeling the pinch from Droffer. Droffer's had a fantastic race so far, hasn't he? As he comes into the chicane then, and he might have lost a bit of momentum now as they come down the start finish straight to complete lap 27, and Glock is a 10th of a second away from Alhan. He pulls out from underneath Alhan, he goes up the inside of Alhan, and we've also got a Williams and Fran battling away as well. Alhan dropping down into 7th position, and Fran is past Serious Mushroom up into 8th position. Fantastic stuff from Fran. And Flea in 10th position, about Flea on course for his first points, I think, of his career. Fantastic stuff there from Flea. And you can see here's the leaders, I know, come through the clink as well, isn't it? The kinky kink then. Flea's got another penalty at the moment then, but Flea, as I said, is on course for for the first point for his Ferrari team. Fantastic stuff as they're coming down the back straight then. Droffer is still keeping tabs in the 4 tenths of a second. Glock is only 3 tenths of a second away from Ray's either one in 5th position. Ray's Ferrari had a fantastic race today, isn't they? Oh, that's Ghost is no yet. He's alright. VTOL is left for session then, and they're coming down into the hairpin at the moment. Where's Glock? Glock is on the outside. I thought Glock was on the outside trying to go. Oh, look at this, and they're getting very close there as well. And it's like they're just jumping around, and it's like, oh, the DRS line, but it's not quite yet, is it? As I'm getting too far ahead of myself. Ghost is up in the 4th position. He passes FIFA Beefy in his 2nd race back in ALR Silver. Potentially could have another podium on his hands at the moment, depending on how these penalties go. Serious Mushroom, total penalties. Serious Mushroom's got another one as well. Ghost is now dropped to the 2nd behind, and DRS has been able to then go Glock. And I gotta say, I thought Glock was going miles out there, and Glock forced his way past Razor, and Alhan is also going to be on the inside now. So it's a Ferrari drag race, isn't it? Of course, both Ferrari powered cars, and Razor. Oh goodness me! I thought it was a carbon copy of a Glock and Beerus a couple of laps ago there, and as Glock is having a lunge on the inside then, but FIFA is held his line beautifully well, didn't he, guys? Now then, Droffer does have DRS, doesn't he? And the two leaders have got 3 second gap, has got a second gap then over Ghost. FIFA Beefy there, dropping down into a 5th position there, because Glock has now moved down to 4th position. He's coming back through the field like a hot mod through butter, isn't he? And now he's got a second deficit there to Ghost Recon into the 2nd position there. Here are the leaders then, which is a Beerus in his 1st position, and Ghost, and who's that? That's FIFA Beefy there, who's gone sidewide, and now we got a 3 car scrap at 1, 2, 3. FIFA, Razor, and Alhan are all gonna be, oh goodness me, then we had 00 had issues there, didn't he? A couple of laps ago as well, and they're coming down the back straight, and now Razor is going up into 5th position. Fantastic stuff, and he's away then. Yellow flag is a Fran is spun around, and Fran has had a problem, but he's in the point still. Fran is, he's just got to keep going, hasn't he? Flea is up to 9th position there, and FIFA's dropping dropping down into 7th position. And he did start this lap. I think he's in 4th or 5th position there, but unfortunately he has gone back in that series of events, and hasn't he? Glock is all over the back of Ghost at the moment. And it's oh goodness me, as I said, they're all having a bit of a they're getting themselves too excited here at the moment. So am I then. 30 out of 35. We've got 5 more laps to go around here. Brilliant stuff here in this Canadian Grand Prix. I've got to say, it's action packed, isn't it? This race has been then 3/10 of a second between Beerus, between a Droffer as well then, and it's also a 10th of a second between Ghost and Glock, and a run forward. Glock, we're facing the wrong way. It's got to go on the inside. Not quite. Ghost is on course for his first podium, I think, of this career. Not if, but not Glock can have anything to do about that side by side there. And Whisker, there's always a whisker between them. Glock is on the inside, and they're going they're going wheel to wheel, going down the back straight. And the Ghost there is got the straight on speed, but Glock, has he got the break? He has. He's through. He is up into 3rd position there. Ghost Recon's in 4th, and Razor 5th, Alhan 6th, FIFA 7, Serious Mission 8th, Flea in 9th. Fran is in 10th position. He's got damage to the end plate there, Fran. What is Fran going to come in the pits there? We're just taking a look. He is in the pits, Fran is, I think, and he's going to go on to those onto the soft tires, I believe, if he's got any spare. I gotta say, there's been so many pit stops in this race, hasn't there? It's been an incredible race, hasn't it, here in Canada? And they're just coming out of the kink, now the kinky kink. Then as now Beerus is starting to find his feet. He's now 7/10 of a second away from Droffer. And look in the background, it's Glock. That is Glock. He is now starting to really he's now starting to become a bigger image in the mirrors of the front two at the moment now. And there is Glock. Then he's got another 3-second penalty. Glock has at the moment. Then and as a young lady just said, 1, 2, 3, Honda, let's go. Brilliant. Some of these Honda podium at the moment. Brilliant, isn't it? And but what order is going to finish? Ghost is now 2 seconds away. Then with Razor in 5th position, and Alhan in 6th position. That is the battle for 4th, 5th, and 6th. And potentially one of those guys could sneak on the podium then. With all these penalties that has been accumulated over the course of this race, and I'm trying to keep up with it. Droffer now Glock has got some serious pace, hasn't he? In that Red Bull, he's going to have a go. Is he going into turn 1? He is having a go. He passes. Glock's also set the fast on the race. He passes. Droffer moves up. Razor and Ghost is also barreling away as well. And look at this. Then it's coming out of turn 2. And Alhan is trying to go up and under, and not quite. Lovely shot here from the side pod. Glock is in 2nd position at the moment. As Razor is compromised himself out of turn 5. Oh goodness me then. And they've gone side by side. Alhan is up the inside of Razor. He is through and up into 5th position. Good overtaker from Alhan. He struck whilst the Irish Heart, whilst the Ferrari of Razor had some issues. Now it's Glock and Beerus. They're going to renew that rivalry from Singapore from earlier on in this race as well. And I gotta say, I'm enjoying this rivalry. And there they are, looking at 1, 2, 3, 4. Red Bull, Toro Rosso. Impressive stuff. And as Light said, it's a Honda. 1, 2, 3. It's another Honda podium for that 32 out of 35. Remember Glock in Silverstone. It's very similar this time then. And he's on the outside of Beerus. He passes him and he moves into the lead here in Canada. Now has he got the pace then to pull away from Beerus, and he's already taken 8/10 of a second out on that straight alone. Glock has an impressive drive here today from Glock. Brilliant. 17. Beerus in 2nd position. Droffer in 3rd. 4th is Ghost. 5th is Alhan. 6th is Razor. Serious Merchant 7. Flea in 9th position. 10th position is Fran. And Glock at the moment has got fastest lap, and you can see he's now starting to pull away slightly, isn't he? What he's saying, he's starting to pull away slightly. My goodness me, he has had he is basically shot off like a rocket, hasn't he? He's got 3 laps then to make up for all the penalties he's got. I know Beerus has got a penalty. I think Glock has got the 2 or 3, hasn't he? Maybe even more. We're on board with Alhan. He's a 4/10 of a second away from Ghost. Alhan there has had a very good drive, hasn't he? And he is in 5th position at the moment, isn't he? He is just 3/10 of a second away. Ghost Recon has got another penalty to his accumulated to his name in the Williams as well. Williams are 4th and 7th. Red Bull are 1st and 2nd. Ferrari are 6th and 9th. Fed. Good. There's some good points on the counter for some of these teams there, isn't it, here tonight? And it's basically been about survival of the fittest, hasn't it? Really, it's been a survival race, this house, hasn't it? Lap 33 out 35. We're going to complete lap 33. Alhan is on the outside of a Ghost then coming into the chicane then, but Ghost there is kept his line and not deviated from that at all then, and is kept on the go then. as Droffer is now all over the back of Beerus. The gap is 2.3 seconds in the space of a couple of in the space of a lap there, and that is impressive from Glock. Remember, Glock is on the medium tires. Flea is in the pits then, and he's swapping onto the soft tires. He's going to get out in front of Fran. Fran is just coming up to the final corner now as the Ferrari is coming out of the pits. And look, Alhan there is all over the back of the Williams there, isn't he? Alhan there is feeling it. He wants that fourth position. Fran has gone in front of Flea. As Fran is now up in the ninth position. Now Ghost is battling on, isn't he? And he's doing a cracking job of defending there, isn't he? Alhan is determined to get by. We've also got Razor coming back into this action as well. So come down into the hairpin. And made the moment then. Ghost there. Oh, is he gone in too deep? He's gone in too deep. Alhan's going to go up and under then, but Ghost then should have a bit of momentum. He does have the bit of momentum then. Alhan then, is he going to tuck on the slipstream then? No, he isn't. He is going to go side by side then. Has he got a slippery car on board? He has got a slippery car. He is pulled up alongside Ghost. He is in front of Ghost. He has passed Ghost and moved up into fourth position. Incredible stuff then. Fifth position is a Ghost, and the sixth position is Razor as well. As Ghost going to try and come back at him. Final lap of this Canadian Grand Prix. Ghost then is in fifth position and Razor in sixth then. The positions on the tower, don't take that as the final result then, because of all the penalties that is going on. Who is going to win this race? And we're going to find out till everyone crosses the line here in Canada. Absolutely one of the best races that I can remember in history. Absolutely impressive stuff. And it's an absolutely crazy race, wasn't it? Full of action, full of drama, and we still don't know who is going to be winning this Canadian Grand Prix. Is it going to be Beerus? Is it going to be Droffer? Is Alhan going to get in there? We don't know. And 4.2 seconds the gap is at the moment. But Glock coming out of the hairpin as well. Of course it won't. He's got 10 race wins in his silver account then, as we're on round 13 then. Is it going to be an 11th race win for Glock? He is coming into the chicane for the 35th and final time. Glock exits the final chicane, and he wins the Canadian Grand Prix. As he's in the barrier there. But who's going to be? Beerus wins the Canadian Grand Prix. Second was Droffer. Glock in third in the end then. No, he isn't. Glock is off the podium. Alhan is on the podium. Glock in fourth. Fifth is Serious Mushroom. Ghost in sixth position. Razor in seventh position. FIFA moving up into sixth position in the end then. Razor in 8th position then. Who is going to be 9th and 10th? And Fran is going to get another 2 points to his name. And Flea is also going to get his points account open as well. And here they come then, coming down into the final chicane then. Fran is going to be 9th and who's going to be 9th? Fran finishes in 9th position. I think Flea in 10th and Beerus in his second race in ALR Silver wins the Canadian Grand Prix. And wow, what a race there! What a race! As Glock has said, shambles. As he's unfortunately not on the podium today. And we've also got Ghost saying this track is rigged. Well, it was rigged for the drivers. Had 10 retirements in the out of the 20 runners. So half the field retired from this Canadian Grand Prix. An absolutely incredible race. Deep breath then, and now let's take a look at the final classification from this Canadian Grand Prix. Oh, 2,500 XP. I deserve that, I think. Blimey, I had my work cut out for me tonight. And look at those pit stops. We had 4 pit stops from Alhan, who finished in third position in the end. That was incredible. So then, Beerus won the race then. Second position was Droffer. Third position was Alhan. Glock in fourth. Fifth position, Mushroom. Sixth, FIFA. Ghost 7th. Razor 8th. Fran in 9th position. Flea in 10th. Retirements, Hunter, LPE, V-Todd, Paulie Orange, Forza, Crazy Hitman, Double, Kings of McVicious, and Card all retired from this Canadian Grand Prix. And Droffer, who is in the commentary box now, and so is Alhan. And guys, what a race. Absolutely fantastic race. Let's start off with Droffer, who finished second today. My goodness me then. Did you expect to be on the podium after your qualifying?
I didn't know what was going to happen, to be honest. The rain killed my qualifying, well, myself, and then it was just a bit mental, wasn't it?
Goodness me, wasn't it? 4 safety cars. That was absolutely frenetic. It really was. Yeah, how did you keep your head with all those safety cars as well? And I just kept glancing at your position there. You was coming up through the field steadily. I was saying about you getting in front of Hunter in the championship, but my goodness me, finishing second today, you've left him behind.
Oh, it's a decent result in the end, all things considered. But it was I couldn't tell you how that race was going to go halfway through. It was so many incidents and accidents and safety cars. It was, I don't know, just mad. Madness.
It really was. And how difficult was it to pick what tires to go on and things like that, knowing that well, you suppose you didn't really know when the safety cars couldn't come out next. So really, how was you determining on what tires to go on?
Well, the first safety car was too early to change strategy for me. The second one, I knew I could get the hards to the end, and then the third one just threw it all in the air. I thought, oh, let's just guess. So I did. It worked.
Well, you're second in the championship now. Absolutely fantastic stuff. I would say, if you would you be able to catch Glock, but I think that might be a. Unfortunately, I think the Glock's kind of out and gone now. But you happy with your championship so far? I think that you've steadily gone through the championship standings now. You was quite low down, about 8th or 9th, and all of a sudden you've come to second. Your last couple of races have been absolutely superb.
Yeah, I missed a couple. I missed 4 or 5 out of 6 races. I thought I'd give Glock a chance, to be honest, get him full of leads, but let's pull it back a bit now. See where we finish.
Brilliant stuff. Well done, pal. Absolutely fantastic stuff. Let's come to Alhan now, who had 4 pit stops in the end, I believe there. So I believe that was your starting strategy, wasn't it, Alhan, of going on 4 stops? So 5 sets of tires on that race. That was absolutely crazy. Again, I was saying in qualifying that recently in the qualifying sessions you have struggled to get through to Q3. And what's going on with your qualifying performances at the moment?
Well, I'm just trying to get through on a harder compound, so that's pretty much it. I know that if I went on a softer one, then I'd probably get through, but it's all about strategy for the race, not for qualifying.
Ah, I see. So it's a more long-term game then as well. Then, so you feel that track position is not as important as having the right tyres. Then, is that what you're saying there?
Sometimes, I guess. It depends on the track, really, doesn't it? But the softs weren't going to last very long.
No, they really weren't now, because they were dropping off quite incredibly around here, wasn't it? Because tire life around here can be quite brutal. And then in the race itself, and as I said, 4 stops there. I have a feeling that you was in the pit lane every time the safety car was out. Was that right?
Yes. All for wing changes as well. So,
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's talk.
Amateur hour, that's what I'll call it.
Yeah, let's talk about some of those incidents as well then. Of course, I did notice that there was a lot of wing changes from the Haas garage there, and luckily they have unlimited stock on this game, but you would have been running on towards the end now. Yeah, what was going on in the midfield then? Was it just poor driving there?
It's probably, yeah. I mean, I won't say too much about it, but yeah. I mean, to be fair, there was one thing. Apparently, it looked like an invisible wall, but Hunter's car was sideways in front of me. I couldn't dodge that, but to other people, it looked like the car went there. So I'm not quite sure what happened, but I lost my wing entirely on that one. And that's when the safety car didn't come out, which is how I ended up like a pit stop behind everyone at one point. The one time I wish it would.
But at the end of the day, you got a podium, and I think that's all that matters, really, isn't it? Absolutely fantastic stuff today. Brilliant stuff, guys. Congratulations to all you guys that made it on the podium. Brilliant stuff indeed there. I would say it's going to be very difficult to... I didn't even mention about driver today. Oh, my goodness me. Absolutely fantastic race. I got, from my point of view, I think that that's one of my favourite races. But, of course, that's because I love drama and action. Remember that it's Easter next week, so we've got a week off from ALR. So, wherever you are in the world, enjoy your Easter. And, of course, hopefully you can spend it with your friends and families, even if it ends physically, then hopefully virtual as well. Thank you all for joining us. So, we've got our week off. So, you may want to watch this race back next Monday, then perhaps. I certainly will be. But join us in 2 weeks' time as we're back in action for the Temple of Speed in Monza. Goodbye.